the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the moment we have all been waiting for, the final race in Season 6 of OP Racing Premier Super Speedway Series. Thank you very much for joining me here tonight. My name is KR Stolfus. We are here at the World Center of Racing, Daytona. It is about time to crown a champion, and we are going to get to talk to all of our championship drivers here before we kick off qualifying. But before we do, I have 2 illustrious crew members to introduce. One of them goes by the name of Fritchy, the other one goes by Peter. So let's kick this off with Zach. How you doing here tonight, Zach?
I'm doing good, KR. How about yourself?
Man, I'll tell you what, I am really excited to be here for the end of Season 6. We're going to crown a champion here tonight. I don't know about you, but man, this is everything drivers hope for.
Yes, all 4 of these drivers, and there's no better place to have it than at Daytona International Speedway. This is going to be one exciting race, and I can't wait to watch it with you guys up here in the booth and call it out.
Our third analyst, the cyborg, the number cruncher, the man who does all the hard work and gets no credit, Peter DeBorja. How you doing tonight?
I'm excited not to have to crunch some numbers for once, man. That's going to be awesome. The points are out the window. We're worried about finishing position for these chase guys. We're still going to have stages. We're still going to be awarding points, but those guys are focused on getting to the end, getting the win or getting the best possible finish, because that's all that really matters. So I'm happy to put the calculator to the side and really see these guys put it all on the line.
I'll tell you what, the calculator is thrown out. Finishing order between our 4 championship contenders is all it comes down to. And not only that, but it is going to come down to 2 teams, Alliance Motorsports versus FSR. And so let's go ahead and kick this off by talking to our 2 drivers in FSR, and that is Hunter Reynolds and also Ernie Williams. These 2 drivers are representing FSR here tonight in this championship race. And Peter, why don't you kick this off for us by talking to our FSR drivers?
Hey, FSR guys, you got your ears on?
Gotcha, Peter.
Yes, sir.
Anything special planned for tonight? Anything different in the game plan since now the points are out the window and we're just worried about finishing, or is business as usual?
Well, I'm going to take it as business as usual. You know what I mean? I'm going to qualify mid-pack like usual and hope and pray to God that I can get up through there. And once I get to the front, I'm probably going to stay. I'm sure the other 3 guys are probably going to start in the front 3 rows easily. They qualify way better than me. So I got my work cut out for me tonight. But we're all here, 4 of us. I mean, they're probably 3 of the best drivers in the league. So 3 of the 4 are definitely worthy. And me, on the other hand, you know what I mean? I might be the oddball, but I'm still going to go out and try to win. That's for sure.
What about you, Hunter?
Yeah, Ernie pretty much explained it. He's equally as good as us. Don't let him fool you with that speech. But yeah, pretty much business as usual. You know, just a normal race. You know, fighting against these 2 other guys at the end of this thing. But other than that, you know, strategy call is pretty much going to be the same. It's been all season.
One thing you guys have been really, really strong with all season has been pit stops. FSR seems to really nail exactly the window when it opens, the earliest you can pit. You guys all pit together perfectly. You come out, you get that extra little draft of the other guys coming out of the pits a lap later. You guys are missing one of your guys tonight, though, Josh Milam, who usually leads that pack and does a lot of that work. Any changes to that strategy now that you're going to be one less FSR guy that you guys are used to having?
I wouldn't think so. The only thing me and Hunter will obviously try to stay together, and if we can get a couple other, Jimmy's with us and a couple other guys, man, I'm to Pitt and everybody can get in and out. Pitt's going to be key, you know what I mean? I'm sure they're going to watch us to see if we change up, and we'll be watching them to see if they change up anything. But we're going to try to pit together and come out together and, just do what we've been doing all year. The team's been solid. Their team's been solid. I mean, it's going to come down to who can stay out of trouble and who can stay up front for the most of the race. I think that's going to be the ticket. If you can stay up in that top 3-4 spots, I think that's going to be the key to being able to maintain in and out your pits, come out, don't lose too many spots on pit road. And I mean, like I said, everybody here is very, very talented. I mean, over the past 2 seasons, these are the 3 guys that's won the most races. There's no doubt about that, And Hunter's, he's won 2. I'm pretty sure Logan, I know Rick's. I mean, it's, they've run championships in every series almost. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be competitive. They're going to give it 100%. We're going to too. And hopefully, I don't want to see something like some accident take any of us out. I'd like to see us all 4 finish the race, clean cars, and let the best man win. You know what I mean? Let the best car go.
Yeah, I can pretty much agree with that with Ernie there. These guys are going to be pit stops good as always, and we just got to hit ours. One of the few key to the races too is going to be that last pit stop. It's going to be more tense than any of the other ones.
Definitely going to have to watch the speeding because, as this race goes on, I'm sure the drilling on all 4 of us is going to get a little bit, you know what I mean? Like, because everybody wants to win. Nobody's coming here to play second or anything like that. So we're going to have to be, like Hunter said, that last pit stop, just don't push anything, just in and out. Try to do it all on the track.
All right, gentlemen. Well, thank you very much for the time. We're getting close to qualifying, so we're going to let you go. But before we do, any shout outs or thank yous?
I just want to say, don't let Rick talk too bad about me when he gets in here, okay?
Oh, we'll let him rip you a new one. It'll be all right.
All right, KR. Hey, thanks for the interview, man. We'll hopefully one of us is back here at the end of the night.
All right, that is FSR drivers as they get ready for qualifying. Hunter Reynolds and Ernie Williams going for the top spot. But now we got 2 more drivers to talk to, and that is Alliance Motorsports drivers, Rick Siebrands and Logan, the kid Helton. And Zach, this one's on you, bud.
Gotcha. How you guys going? Or, oh, look, I'm already messing up. How you guys doing, Alliance?
Do good.
I just really like ice cream.
Well, we came here to talk about some strategy tonight. We're going to have the same strategy that we've been seeing throughout the playoffs with you two. We're going to have the Rick Siebrands special, chilling in the back for strategy and then coming back towards the end of the race, pushing to the front. Oh, what's your guys' game plan for tonight?
Well, every race I join, it seems like my strategy changes at least 2-3 times a race. So sometimes when it's time to go, it's time to back it back off again. Tonight's just going to be kind of whatever they give us here. If we feel like we're in danger a little bit, then we're just going to try and be there at the end with a clean car and just see what happens, man. It's a big race tonight. Ton of different agendas out there with everybody, man. There's some people out there that don't give a crap about anybody's championship hopes out here, man. They want to salvage their season and get a win tonight. So, I mean, there's all kinds of different agendas. I'm not sure what you're playing for, but we're just going to plan on hopefully keeping our car clean.
Yeah, I'm going to try and just stay up front as much as I can, qualify up front, stay up front, stay at the mess, because there's 2 places you can go in the field where you can most likely avoid a wreck, and it's up front and it's in the back out of contention for a win. So I'd rather stay up front the whole race and see what goes on. And I might follow what Rick does, because I'm looking at his car right now. He's got 5 win stickers and I only got 1. So
yes, lately it has been the way to go for Rick. He's been able to pull it off at each cutoff elimination point, up to the next round. Outstanding job for Rick Siebrands there. So another thing I just wanted to point out that it looks like the past 2 championships, FSR has won both of those 2 championships. I'm hoping, I'm pretty sure we're all hoping and see some good action tonight. Don't want to be any bias or anything, but, is the Alliance team prepared to try to break that streak from them guys?
Well, I mean, it's no secret that, FSR has been the best team in this series for the last 3 seasons. So That's a tall challenge to stand up to because they're a tremendous team. But like Jim said last week, we got a 50% chance at it, and all you can ask for is a chance. And to get to this point, it's a privilege and an honor to race for a championship over here on Mondays, man. It ain't easy to do, and it just feels good to be a part of it and just have a shot at it.
Yeah, I'm really excited to race for the championship this season. Last season I missed out on it from just bad luck, and I can't wait to just see what happens tonight. Whether I win or lose, or whether FSR wins or Alliance wins, it still means a lot to just be here and have an opportunity to race for a championship.
Gotcha. Well, this is going to be really good head-to-head, team versus team tonight for the championship. We're going to let you guys go up here. It looks like checker flag just came out. It looks like we got some qualifying underway, so I'll get you guys settled back in your team, figure out some more strategy. Appreciate you guys being here.
All right, thanks, guys.
That is Rick Siebrands and Logan Helton from Alliance Motorsports. 2 drivers from 2 teams. It's a 2-on-2 battle out here tonight, gentlemen.
It is. It's going to be, like I said, and it's Daytona. It's going to be a wild one. This is going to be crazy, and I can't wait to call this race and figure out, who are we going to crown for the championship driver for tonight.
Yeah, it's 2-on-2, but I also think it's a little bit more like 5-on-5. That's how many Alliance Motorsports drivers you got. You got Mark Mann, you got Dan Holloway, you got James Mayer. They're all there to help those other 2 guys as well. And while Josh Milam might not be here tonight, we still got Dustin Barber, we still have Jimmy Reynolds, and then you also have Derek Conley and Robert Duvendak in the the team adjacent there, Empire Motorsports, who are probably going to support Ernie and Hunter as well. So it's going to be really interesting to see how a lot of those drivers react. But then, like we said, we still got another 15 drivers who really aren't here for anybody's agenda but their own. So it's going to be a crazy race out there.
It is going to be crazy. A lot of these drivers are not in our championship 4. I mean, we have 4 drivers going for the championship, but that doesn't mean that everyone else is going to sit back and let one of these 4 drivers win. Somebody still has a chance to win this race here tonight, even if they are not a championship contender. But it starts here in qualifying. The tone has got to be set. How do you think we're going to see qualifying? You think our championship contenders are going to try and run at the front all night long? You think they're maybe going to hang back to the final stage? How do you guys think this is going to play out?
Well, you heard it from Logan Helton, Team Alliance. Rick says his strategy changes almost every race. Logan said that he wanted to be out in front, qualify up front, and stay up front. But then he noticed he started getting a little undecided because he was like, you know what? Rick has got 5 win stickers on his car, and so I don't know. Then I'm thinking I want to go with the boat that Rick Siebrands, and then maybe pull out the strategy game where they handle back in the back of the pack, and they just work their way up gradually towards the end of the race.
I don't know. I don't think Logan should be so timid about that. Last week we saw Rick get one of those wins, but he got it because of the push he got from the 63. So while that sticker might not actually be on Logan's car, I think he could take just as much credit for that win there too. I don't know. I'm right now riding along with Hunter Reynolds. He doesn't look like he's just qualifying in the middle of that. He looks like he's trying to get this pole. He's trying to be out in safety, like he said before. He'd rather be in the very front or the very back. And he's out here putting a quick lap down now, trying to make sure that he's starting somewhere he wants to.
Yeah, and FSR, I went back with them. I said it to Team Alliance, past 2 seasons, FSR has crowned the champion for the past 2 seasons. So, they're looking for the 3rd one, probably keeping with the same strategy, maybe on the last 2 previous. So who knows?
All right, gentlemen, I do want to point out real quick, the 62 of Les Levy. He is known with the OP League for his paint schemes. And his paint schemes kind of set his mood. I think everyone needs to be afraid of this Deathmobile here tonight. I have a feeling this 62 machine is a man on a mission. He's rolling out for qualifying right now. I expect we'll see that Deathmobile out front.
Yes, indeed. I talked to Les before the race, and he wanted to assure me with this paint scheme that, yes, he's out to create some havoc. He wants to be up in the front. He wants to ruin some of these championship drivers' hope.
I think Deathmobile might be pointed towards us too. He said last week he was not pleased with how his race felt cursed after we interviewed him for Stage 2 winner. I don't know. Maybe if we interview him again, it's going to be pointed in our direction there. So hopefully he doesn't win a stage and we're not going to be fulfilled or forced to interview him there.
Well, we won't interview Les if he wins a stage per his request, but the first strike is going to Hunter Reynolds. He has fast lap for the moment. He sits on pole position. Hunter Reynolds, well known as setting down some very quick qualifying lap times, and right now he has the field covered. Mark Mann just 1/100th off of his time with a very quick time as well. So as they're starting to roll in, our qualifying session continues to roll on. Robert Duvendak in the 12 on his qualifying lap. Right now he finds himself in a 5th spot. TJ Elliott, Casey Gilchrist, drivers eliminated from contention. They got a bone to pick here tonight. We'll see what they can do as Casey Gilchrist in the 13 is rolling across the start-finish line.
Yeah, it looks like Logan Helton is coming out now to do some qualifying as well. It looks like Rick Siebrands is still inside garage, not wanting to come out just yet. Got about 8 drivers that have not qualified yet, so waiting to settle in to see what comes up and here in the last 4 minutes of this qualifying session.
Yeah, some of them are popular non-qualifiers there, but I don't know. Rick Siebrands just put. I doubt he's going to start all the way back there. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I think he'd want to make sure he's around a few more of his teammates, and I don't think there's too many teammates back there.
The 53 of Dave Hunt, one of the drivers who was trying to make it into the playoff contention and just missed it by a few points. He also is probably going to have a chip on his shoulder here tonight. He's been pretty quiet in the playoffs so far, but don't count out this 53 just yet. Dave Hunt laying down his fast time here as he gets ready to rock and roll here in qualifying. We have gone 6 minutes, 20 seconds into this 10-minute qualifying session, and so far, Hunter Reynolds still sits on top of the leaderboard. Ernie Williams has turned in his lap time. Logan Helton out on track, and he is on his flying lap as he drops down to the yellow line. Hunter's put in a heck of a time. It's going to be hard to beat that time, guys.
Logan's coming around the backstretch now, as now we got more drivers to fall in with the qualifying session. It's Rick Siebrands still inside the garage. I don't know if he's going to come out for this. I'm not 100% sure.
Here goes Logan Helton there, just glued to that yellow line around 3, just trying to get every single little ounce of energy out of that car. We'll see how he takes a tribal here. Is he going to do the popular apron method? Is he going to stay on the track?
Sean Stevens jumping up to 4th. Logan Helton drops down to the inside. Helton crosses the line, and Logan Helton is going to take pole position.
By 1/100th of a second again. Jeez. First 3 drivers, 1/100th of a second off between the 3.
Talk about competition here tonight. Qualifying, truly setting the tone. Dave Hunt in the 53, rolling off of turn number 4. He's rolling around for his fast lap. We'll see how the 53 slots in. Across the line he goes, and Dave Hunt going to make it up in the 10th spot. Good qualifying effort for him. 19 drivers have taken a time so far here tonight. Everyone else still sitting on pit road. And with this being a big track, I'm going to say that they're not interested in qualifying. That does include one of our championship contenders, Rick Siebrands. So we've seen him do this before, where he started at the back and worked his way forward in a must-win situation twice. Rick Siebrands has survived a must-win situation. Here tonight might be another one.
Yeah, indeed. Tyler Miller, our notorious pole driver, too. He seems like he's not going to qualify either. So looks like we're going to be finalized now. Oh, I'd say within here in the next minute, because that's all we got left.
All
Yeah,
right.
if they're not out there rolling around now, they probably aren't going to get a lap in there before the flags roll. So interesting to see Tyler Miller leave it in the garage, but it looks like we're going to have our field pretty much set the way it is.
All right, with that being said, guys, we're going to step away for the national anthem. No one go anywhere. We'll be back with tonight's official starting lineup.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as the drivers are starting to take to the grid. And that means it is time to go through tonight's starting lineup. So let's get this fired off right away. And on the inside of row number 1, laying down a very fast time at a 50.203, the 63 of Logan Helton, representing Alliance Motorsports. On his outside, his fellow championship contender, a time too close to call by our scoring, Hunter Reynolds in the 26 machine, representing FSR. Your front row championship contenders already setting out with an early tone. On the outside or inside of row number 2, a man who I do this often for, no reason whatsoever, Mark Mann in the 04, and on his outside, the 28 of Derek Conley. Row number 3 going to be made up of Sean Stevens representing Buck Wild Racing, Sean McCara in the 71 on his outside. Row 4, Robert Dubendak in the 12, Jimmy Reynolds in the 17. Row number 5 going to be made up of the 52 of Randall Cobb and Dave Hunt on his outside.
Row number 6, we got the 62 in the Deathmobile, Les Levy. On the outside, 77, David Booth. Row number 7, we have the 18 of Mark Vega. Outside is 95, James Mayer. Row number 7, we have, or 8 is PC Gilchrist in the 13. 51 of Travis Elliott on the outside. Row number 9, we have Aspen Belbin on the inside. Chase championship contender Ernie Williams, 91 on his outside. Row number 10, 10, we have 21 of Daniel Holloway on his inside, and championship contender Rick Siebrands on his outside.
Back in 21st, we got David Overstreet. Alongside him, Dustin Barber, another FSR driver back there. And bringing up the rear here, we got Dan Harrington and, like we said before, qualifying rocket man Tyler Miller. Going to be interested to see if these guys try to hang back there, and that's why they intentionally didn't qualify and put some laps down, or if they just want to have the fun of driving through the field.
All right, so here we go. Pace car pulling off as we get ready to send them off for the final time this season. Green flag is out. Here we go. 22 races set in stone. Well, 21 set in stone. Our 22nd race fired off. Away we go. Our championship contender, you saw where they start. We're going to keep track of that all night long. How they finish in each stage. 3 stages here tonight. Stage 1 going to end at the completion of lap 25. And these drivers all going to hang it out all night long. Hunter Reynolds down the backstretch, pulling ahead of Logan Helton, but not enough to clear him. Back of the pack, mixing up just a little bit. Everything nice and tidy at the front. Helton now has the advantage through turns 3 and 4. He's got his teammate Mark Mann in the 04 behind him, pushing hard, and Logan Helton in the 63, looking for that first championship. Leads the first lap here tonight.
Yeah, as we got a couple drivers that already pulled off on that backstretch there in the apron, making their way all the way back towards the back of the pack here. I wanted to also point out that Tyler Miller looks like he did not get going, as he might be having some internet issues for tonight.
I was interested to see Robert Duvendak pull off and just kind of roll to the back there. He doesn't have any teammates back there, although his team does have a little bit of an alliance with FSR. Ernie Williams is a few spots in front of him. But wasn't it fate that we had an Alliance Motorsport driver start right behind Logan Helton, and then FSR adjacent driver, so adjacent that the FSR is actually still on the side of his car, starting behind Hunter Reynolds? I mean, it wasn't just those guys at the front row, they had teammates right behind him.
Yeah, Derek Conley in the 28, an Empire Motorsports driver, but showing his colors here tonight to try and help an FSR driver get the win. Derek Conley is a man who I'd say is just out here for fun. He's always got a good joke, a quick one-liner, and to see him in his old colors, the 28 car, I got to feel that he's pulling for an FSR driver here tonight.
Yeah, no doubt about it. But that also seems like that we may have another team. Maybe it might be Checkered Flag. You know, they might team up with Team Alliance and try to push for an Alliance driver to win tonight. Who knows? Anything can go.
Yeah, I think the other teams that are here and they're in full are going to be able to really take advantage of a lot of these guys who are going to be trying to stay safe till the end. Like we've heard before, the most important thing is that they were all together and that they had a good stop at the end of the race. A lot of these other guys, you got Rapid Yeet, you got Checkered Flag, like you mentioned before, you got Buck Wild. There's plenty of teams here tonight that can play spoiler.
Let's take a quick look at our race info here tonight as we're at Daytona. Beautiful weather for it. Track temp just over 100 degrees. But like we have talked about all night long so far, we're crowning a champion tonight. It comes down between Alliance and FSR, and you have got to risk it for the biscuit. Who is going to lay it all out there tonight to be a champion? Team orders may come into play. Who helps who? Gotta think about that. Logan Helton may want to have one of his other Alliance Motorsports behind him besides Rick Siebrands. So how is that going to play out? Hunter Reynolds might have that same feeling, as he may not want Ernie Williams behind him. And of course, I want to thank each and every fan who has joined us all season long. Y'all make this so much fun. And man, I got to thank Zach and Peter for coming on late in the season, really helping me out. Guys, thank you so much. I look forward to a great race here tonight as we're rolling around once again, and Logan Helton still out in front with Hunter Reynolds still on his outside.
Yeah, I want to thank all the fans. And I want to thank you also, KR, for welcoming me into the booth. You know, it was awesome to call these last races that I was glad to be a part of, and it was a really fun experience up here. Going through the grid walk, most of these drivers said that this track is slippery, so we expect for some nice slippery in and out snakes basically coming out throughout the line, as we got a 3 wide formation coming from Vapid Yee. Oh, Reynolds down on the apron.
Oh no, we got some carnage in here, and Logan Helton in the wall as well. Lots of cars tore up here. Those guys at the front got together on the bottom there. I don't know if he pinched him on the yellow line or what happened. Let's see if those guys in the back got through.
Logan Helton in early trouble. Let's see what happened here on this one. We're going to take a look at this. Trouble at the front. The 63 getting involved.
Early carnage.
Car up in smoke on that 63 machine.
It'll be interesting to see pit strategy wise what they decide to do here, because ideally you wouldn't want to use your quick repair here if you don't have to, but we'll see if there's kind of engine damage or anything like that. You know, there's only going to be about 15 laps left in the stage once we go green again. If the car can hang on that long and you don't want to use a quick repair, that's probably fine, so you know you have a next caution. But if it's still pretty slow, then you got to go 25 laps next stage. That might change things up a little bit here. So we'll see what happens. Watch the rear spoilers of those cars to see if it looks like they did some quick repair work or not. It looks like the 4 and the 91 made it through pretty cleanly, though.
Yeah, the 91 taking an onboard look here. He had plenty of time to whoa up, got it slowed down, and able to pick his way through there very carefully. So Ernie Williams survives, but first round of green flag pit stops. Good grief. First round of pit stops underway. This is going to give everyone enough fuel to make it to the end of the stage, and into the pit stop cycle we go.
So let me ask you guys, was this coincidence? I mean, we got one of each team got involved in that wreck. We got the Hunter Reynolds of 26 and Logan Helton of the 63. Was that coincidence or what?
That was wild. I saw the bumper on the 63 kind of just snap right back into place really quickly there, so it might be a quick repair. That also might just be a little bit of iRacing there, because they're staying in the pits here. Might be getting 4 tires too, or there's a lot of cars driving off pit road here, so I don't know if it was quite as fast as iRacing made it seem there.
I will say I did see a trail of smoke behind the 63 after he crashed. That is a bad sign for Logan Helton if he has to burn a fast repair here in stage 1.
But don't count none of these guys out yet. Even though they used a fast repair at the first beginning of the laps, you'd be surprised. In fact, myself, I pulled it off, 2 weeks ago in the truck race, speeder race. I used my fast repair at lap 8, and I came back and ended up winning the race. So don't be surprised if the guys use the first fast repair early. Maybe just that's what they needed for strategy-wise.
Well, I mean, we also know he's got a big old teammate back there who's also raced for the championship that's hanging out back there too, right? So who's also experienced in using a fast repair early and coming back and winning when it counts. So I certainly wouldn't count these guys out here. It'll be interesting to see how they react, but I don't think anyone's out of it by any stretch.
Dan Harrington giving up the race lead to pull down pit road. That will give the lead to the 28 of Derek Conley. Our championship contenders, keep in mind, they don't have to win the race to be the champion. They just have to beat the 3 other drivers they're racing against here tonight. So with that being said, why not be conservative here when you have 2 drivers who were involved in the incident, got a little scuff up? Why don't you come down pit road, take your time, hang out at the back with everyone else, and maybe try and work your way back forward when the time is right.
Yep. We got the 28 of Derek Conley and the 51 of Travis Elliott getting ready to start things off here in the backstretch. It looks like those guys are going to be your front row. You got the Les Leave at 62 behind him, and Sean Stevens at 27.
Yeah, a few more cars coming in here to top off. But it's going to be some familiar names we've seen at the front pretty much all season with Conley, Elliott, Les Levy, Sean Stevens there. It'll be interesting to see if any of them make a push for the end of stage 1. Like I said, the points don't matter too much to our championship guys, but they do for everyone else. Like, that's what they're racing with right now. If you want to say that you finish top 10 in the series this season, points are going to be how you get there. So those guys might prioritize stage points a lot more than our chasers would.
All right, so here we go. Field starting to form up. Gonna stack them up side by side as we get ready to go green up flag racing once again. We're gonna ride aboard the Deathmobile. See, starts on the inside of row number 2 here. The 28 of Derek Conley just ahead of him. Green flag coming out. Elliott in the 51, trying to match the pace of the 28 of Conley. Sean Stevens already getting to the back bumper of the 51. Les Levy trying to catch up to the 28. He's going to get there, going to give him a good shove, but not before Elliott drops down to the inside. New leader, TJ Elliott.
Look at that long line that was formed on the inside line from top-offs and EOLs. That's crazy. Yeah, hopefully they can, you know, some drivers that want to catch up to this pack, hopefully they are able to get the draft up there. It looks like there's starting to already be a separation with Mark Mann and Mark Vega right there.
Yeah, you can see, I don't know if they're going to be as scared to form a top line like they were before, because that seems to be what caused the caution, is once it got a little crowded up there with 3 lines of cars, and they weren't really ready for it. I don't know if everyone's going to kind of hang back, but these guys at the front don't seem to be thinking that way.
Our front pack does have a little bit of an advantage. Ernie Williams in the 91 working to the outside of Mark Mann. He is going to clear Mark Mann, stays to the high side, and right now he is your championship contending leader. Rick Siebrands in the 4 right behind him. They are closing in on the 18 of Mark Vega. They're trying to make this back into one big pack, and none of that matters to the 28 of Derek Conley as he is out in front. The 27 of Sean Stevens on his outside, and the 27 running a new paint scheme here tonight, but at least he's not the 72 to throw me for a loop.
Yeah, it looks like that was made by yours truly, Levy Designs. Les Levy, as if you all know, he's the owner of Levy Designs. He makes some wonderful paint schemes. I mean, just take a look at that Deathmobile. That thing looks mean and it looks angry. Les Levy does a good job with all of his paints, and he's awesome. He's also an awesome driver.
I love seeing how scattered the teams are right now, though, too, right? Because you got Derek Conley at Empire Motorsports getting pushed by Rapid Heat Racing's Travis Elliott in the 51. You got Buck Wild up top getting pushed by Dave Hunt there in the 53. Not everyone here is used to working with these people all the time. It don't matter. None of these guys are in the chase. They're all just saying, hey, how do I get to the end? Look, when you'd race in a public lobby and you're racing with people you don't really know all the time, it's good to see them kind of shove each other there. Dave Hunt does plenty of pushing to everybody, especially Sean Stevens. But now you got Sean McCarron thinking about going 3 wide there, considered it. We'll see if he thinks if James Mayer is going to go with him or not, because that's not his teammate either.
3 championship contenders all running right by each other. Check in on them. The 91 of Ernie Williams on the high side all by himself. Rick Siebrands in the 4. Logan Helton in the 63. Alliance Motorsports working together here to try and get by the 91 of Ernie Williams. Hunter Reynolds lounging back here a little bit. He has put himself at the tail end of this pack and finds himself right now in a group of 4 cars. Looks like he's found somewhere to run for the moment. A little bit of damage on that right rear quarter panel for the 26.
Yeah. Oh, what I see here, it looks like those are his bodyguards. Those are his bodyguards. If there's going to be another big one that happens, he's got some bodyguards to, help point out that there will be a wreck up ahead, especially with his teammate right in front of him, Jimmy. That's all what they are. They're just here to call out the wrecks, and hopefully Hunter doesn't get involved in another one.
Yeah, not a single chaser above 15th position right now. Just kind of chilling back there. They're taking a few more spots back since the restart here on lap 10, so they're just taking it nice and easy. They want to get to the end of the stage all in one piece, and they can reevaluate their strategy after that.
Riding on board with the 51 of Travis Elliott, carrying a gyro cam for us here tonight. Requested by Logan. He wants a lot of gyro cams, so Logan, we'll try and get your request in here tonight, bud, and give you all the action you would like to see. And right now, the 51 pushing hard on the 28 of Derek Conley. The outside line surging just a little bit for the moment, and it is enough for the 27 of Sean Stevens to drop down to the inside. Stevens, now the race leader, Dave Hunt in the 53, leading the charge in the outside lane.
Yep, Sean Stevens jumps down on the inside now. It looks like that top lane's the way to go. I want to take a short amount of time real quick. I just want to thank all these drivers out here You guys put on a heck of a show, especially some of the drivers that aren't here. David Overstreet looked like he ended up disconnecting. Well, now he actually came back connected again. Tyler Miller's out. And I'm looking here at the chat. Looks like Sean McCarrick just tuned in. Said good luck to all the contenders. So give a shout out to Sean. Like I said, I appreciate every single one of you guys. You guys put on a heck of a show every Monday night.
Yeah, this is the place to be. I'm hoping that Zach and I can be on the other side of this next year and be entertaining you guys that way, driving there as well. But man, it's just a great series to watch, and we're just thankful that we've had such a great season here. Even before I was in the booth, this was just a great series to watch, and that's what motivated me to join the feeders in the first place. Just a great group of guys.
Rolling across the top of your screen, the drivers in blue are your championship contenders. We'll keep an eye on that, but right now Sean Stevens is leading the parade onto the back stretch. TJ Elliott on his back bumper. They are pushing hard to get to the end of stage number 1. This will end at the completion of lap 25. And we're giving out all these thanks, all this and that. A season long worth of work. It's time to reflect and all this and that. But I do also got to give a huge shout out to race control, Cody Eldred. Not only does he do race control, but he keeps us up to date here in the booth of penalties, what happens, a lot of things that we miss because we can't watch everything all the time, but somehow Cody has found a way to do that. He watches everything all the time. So big shout out and thank you to Cody Eldred for being the race control this season, and man, just a big help to us here in the booth as well.
Yes, indeed, as well. It looks like we got some movement up to the front with Derek Conley now and Travis Elliott coming from the top lane down to the inside lane. I'm telling you, this top lane is on fire right now. It's got some speed rolling behind it. I'm pretty sure this might be the way to go to the end of the race, but who knows? We'll see. Maybe that inside lane will get something going towards the end of the race.
Well, they just reshuffled it because those guys jumped down. That means Dave Hunt, Les Levy's turn now be in the top lane and see what kind of momentum they've got. I do want to also take a moment to piggyback on what KR said about Cody Eldred, though, because I know that you guys tout my napkin math and stuff up here, crunching all the numbers. I wouldn't be able to do that without Cody whispering to me and let me know what the official stage results are. Because sometimes iRacing lies, right? If there's a caution right there at the end, sometimes the cars don't cross the finish line in the actual order they should finish the stage. He's always got my back, and I'm always pushing the numbers in there that I know are probably going to be the ones that are the official points that we use later. So thank you so much, man. You make this a whole lot easier to do.
Derek Conley making a move off of turn 4 to the outside, trying to carry the momentum to the race lead, but Elliott with a good run through the tri-oval. He's going to hold on to the lead into turn number 1. Battle at the front rages on, and we're getting down to the end of stage 1 here very quickly. I have a feeling our championship contenders lying in the weeds, they all kind of have a very similar idea, especially after that first caution where they decided that they're just going to play it safe.
I don't blame them, KR. I mean, some of the wrecks that we've had here on this Monday night series, not only are they just, little dents and bangs and stuff like that, but they've been like totaled wreckage. We experienced a couple races back of some of the physics taking play off with the number 4 Rick Siebrands getting tossed, going around 30 cartwheels. So I mean, anything can happen. So I don't blame none of these drivers for being in the back. That's probably, if not, I would stay if I was in the middle of this.
Yeah, and it's not all teammates back here either, right? You see Mark Mann, he's an Alliance Motorsports driver. He's rolling around 18th position. Well, who cares, right? Well, he's leading this pack of 4 that's got 3 FSR guys right behind him. He's got Dustin Barber, Jimmy Reynolds, Hunter Reynolds. He's kind of like a bodyguard adjacent for this 26. I don't think he'd want to be there. I don't think it really helps him all that much being there. But he's trying to keep his car in the lead lap. He's got some damage from that accident earlier. And this is just the pack that he happens to be running with. Is it helping the FSR guys, giving him a 4th car? Probably. But at the end of the day, these guys are all just trying their best to stay in the lead lap, and you got to find your friends where they happen to be.
Yeah, these 4 drivers at the tail end here, they are 24 seconds, almost 25 seconds now behind our race leader, TJ Elliott. But he did mention they all got some damage. Dustin Barber, the 6, looks like his car without a scratch on it, but he's back here with these guys. So I expect to see them kind of just try and survive the first 2 stages before they have to burn a fast repair. But up at the front, things are starting to heat up. Elliott and Conley running side by side. Conley has the momentum on his side for the moment, but Elliott gonna surge right back. That time Conley in the 28 leading that lap, and we are down to the final few laps of stage 1.
Yes, indeed. We got 2-line formation. I wonder if some of these drivers are going to try to push it 3 wide there for these last few laps, maybe to try to, get their way to the front so they can lead some laps. And Travis Elliott comes up with a block on Derek Conley. Gets a nice little wiggle from that bump. Oof.
Interesting move there too, because when he got up there in the bump, Derek didn't hit him perfectly square, and it pushed him a little bit towards the middle of the track. I thought Derek might consider taking him 3 wide there, but he's like, there's 3 laps left in the stage. The last lap in the stage, I think he takes that high line and goes for it. Right now, as we're coming to get 2 to go here, I think Derek was smart to do this spot, because I think it's going to keep him up here in the top 3, and he gets to play the game how he wants to here at the end of the stage.
2 laps remaining in stage 1. Gonna get the final lap in stage 1 next time around. The jockeying for position going to really start playing out here. The 27 of Sean Stevens down on the inside gets a shot from Aspen Belvin in the 84. Wiggles down to the inside line. That's enough for Elliott and Conley to get an advantage and drop down to the inside.
Yeah, as Conley's going to make his way up to the top now, trying to get that top lane with Les Levy as we're coming around the start-finish line now for the last lap for this stage 1 here.
Interesting move there too, because he decided, I think I want the 62 pushing me more than I want the 27 pushing me. We'll see how it works out here, because, you got all these guys here. None of them chase competitors. They just all want the stage, and a lot of them are really clean cars. None of them are worried about tearing one up here. Let's see how many points they can get and see if it moves them up in the standings a little bit and just get the bragging rights. So who's going to be talking to us in a minute?
Elliott, Conley leading the line into turns 3 and 4. Flagman has grabbed that stage-ending flag, and TJ Elliott in the 51 off of turn number 4. Sean Stevens going to make a move to the outside. Does he have the momentum on his side? And that one was close, but I gotta think, you know what? I don't gotta think. That one was too close for me. I don't know if you guys got a good shot on it, but holy cow, that looked very, very close.
I think Sean Stevens got him by 1/100th of a second.
Saying 1/1000th on my end here. That was nuts. What a huge push by the 28 there. Big move by the 27. They're deciding to jump high in the middle of the turn. Know that that's when Conley might catch him. That's usually a dangerous spot to get a push, but he wanted that stage win, and that's how he got it.
So a very, very close stage there. Sean Stevens in the 27. TJ Elliott in the 51. I don't know about you guys, but I think I'm going to wait for race control to give me the official word on that one.
Oh, man. And what better, whew, the 4 drivers in the back, Mark Mann, Dustin Barber, Jimmy Reynolds, and Hunter Reynolds. Man, that was a close call by them with the, I know it's 40 seconds they were off from them, but still, just 3 or 4 more laps they would have had to the end of the stage. I feel like they would have lapped them guys, and that would have been scary for Hunter Reynolds.
I think that was all part of the plan, though. I think they did the math. They realized what they were losing. They took it a little bit easier, given they didn't think they still had about 8 to 10 seconds to go. I would like to think that here in the championship race, they did that with that safety net in mind. I think they would have been a little bit more pressed to pass Mark sooner if they felt that was going to be a real issue here. None of our stage 1 top 10 came from our chase competitors, though. Rick Siebrands 15th, Ernie Williams 16th, Logan Helton 17th, Hunter Reynolds 21st. That's not how they made the chase, right? They didn't make it by just not getting stage points ever. You could see how the dynamic is totally different. You saw it there just turn 4, how aggressive people were getting there at the end. So just different scenarios here, different agendas these guys have. Let's see if anyone tries to get a little clever and cute with 2 tires or 0 tires in this pit stop.
word coming down from race control, our stage 1 winner, Sean Stevens, in the 27. So we're going to let him get his pit stop done and over with before we talk to him and interrupt a very crucial point for him. It's 27. I talked to him in the pre-race, but in my grid walk. He is all about the win here tonight, so we're going to see if he can pull it off, and he has made his mark by winning stage number 1. He's going up right side tires here, maybe a 4-tire change for the 27 as he's sitting in pit lane here quite a bit.
Even a water break, who knows?
Who knows? All right, let me get Sean Stevens, our stage 1 winner, up in the booth. Sean, you got your ears on, bud?
Yes, sir, I do.
Well, you pick up stage win number 1, and now you roll out in 18th spot, but tell us about stage 1.
Yeah, I just wanted to battle with the guys up front, with Derek and Travis and them, and I had that hole right at the last second from Derek and got it in front of him, and he pushed me up there.
Very close battle there at the end, and I believe Peter said it was 1/1000th of a second to win that stage, man. Got to be a good feeling. I know you said you wanted to try and win here tonight and kick it off with stage 1.
Hey, that's a start. We can only improve from there.
All right, man. Well, great job. Any shout outs or thank yous you'd like to give for this stage win?
Oh, give a shout out to Buck Wild Racing for Dave and Randall there, for especially Dave giving me a push, and to all the fans out there watching and you guys up in the booth.
All right, man. Well, nice job on the stage win. Got 2 more to go. I think you can sweep them here tonight.
We'll give her a shot. Thanks.
All right, that is Sean Stevens as he makes his way back down on the pit road, but you guys know what's coming, right?
Oh, yeah. Got a lot of topping off. You're going to try and push it all the way, maybe all the way to the end of the second stage.
Oh, no. He was talking about the GIF, aren't you? You're talking about Buck Wild Racing.
Oh, yeah.
Buck Wild Racing. The Bucks have gone wild. Sean Stevens winning stage 1. So we got to get the Bucks out there going wild, guys. I'll tell you what. Too much fun out here with this group of drivers. Not only that, we do have another Buck Wild driver finding himself on the front row for this restart. That is the 53 of Dave Hunt. So the Bucks are going to continue being wild as he has got that primo starting spot on his outside, though. That is the 51 of TJ Elliott. Row 2, the 62 of Les Levy, and the 84 of Aspen Belvin. But there you go. Okay. After stage 1, Rick Siebrands in 15th, Ernie Williams 16th, Logan Helton 17th, and Hunter Reynolds 21st. But stages don't matter to these 4 drivers. We're just letting you know where they finish.
Yeah, indeed, as well. Looks like we got all Vapid Yeet up here in the front. They're wanting to redeem themselves. Seen a couple of them drivers, 51 and the 13, trying to make it into the playoffs, ended up getting cut off short. So it looks like they're trying to redeem themselves, maybe then come back with the stage 2 win and maybe the race win tonight.
All right, as we go green here, it looks like Jimmy Reynolds might have taken a quick repair there too. He was one of the 4 that was almost lap down. Those bodyguards for Hunter are going to try and make it all the way the rest of the way with only 1 quick repair in hand. Let's see if they can do it.
Green flag back out. Stage number 2 underway. This one going to end at the completion of lap 50. Dave Hunt, TJ Elliott onto the backstretch, leading both the inside and outside lane. Elliott has his teammate Aspen Belvin on his back bumper. Don't forget the 71 there as well. Sean McCara, a Vapid Yeet Racing driver as well.
Looks like Logan Helton is sitting there with Rick along in the 9th and 10th spot. I think Logan knows, hey, there's only 9 drivers up there. There shouldn't be any disruption up there. I'm thinking they may want to get to the front here or not.
Yeah, one thing that's interesting to see is going to be how FSR reacts, because you saw before they were really concerned about Hunter. They had a lot of cars out there running back with him in the pack, but it looks like he's caught up with everyone, staying with the pack right now. Just 2 seconds off the lead, running right there with his teammate Ernie, who's running right behind Jimmy, and who's running right in front of Dustin. So they got all 4 FSR guys together here. I think that's the plan, but I don't know if they're going to try and fall too far behind this time.
So Ernie Williams in the 91, trying to close up on the back bumper of the 17. Jimmy Reynolds in the 17. Looks like he did burn that fast repair, had some damage on his car. It has been fixed. So he is essentially out of those. Only 1 fast repair available to our drivers here tonight, and that is a very, very valuable thing to hold on to.
Looks like all of us are single file except that outside lane. Leading that lane is the Deathmobile of 62 of Les Levy. Sean McCarra right behind him, pushing the way to the front. Maybe he might dive in. Like I said, we're all single file as we go around turn number 4 now.
Yeah, I was wondering what was going to happen there with those 2 cars versus those 6 cars. And for some reason, those 2 cars just pushed way ahead of everyone else. And you can see some of the other Rapid E drivers like Casey Gilchrist now trying to catch up here to Sean. Although it'll be interesting to see how what they do with TJ here, because that's another teammate. Is he going to try and move up to work with all of them together? Oh, it's real close for the 71 coming down.
John McCarra squeezes in front of TJ Elliott in the 51 machine, but Les Levy, the Deathmobile, out in front, leading this very long parade that we have. 24 drivers taking the green flag here. Right now, 20 cars on the lead lap. 1 lap down, that is Mark Mann and David Boo. David Overstreet pulled off. He looks like maybe he is done here tonight. Unfortunately, Tyler Miller, whatever problems he had that kept him from starting the race here tonight, it has sealed the deal. He is out of this one. So a tough break for the driver of the 24 of Tyler Miller, a rookie here in the OP Racing. We look forward to seeing him next season and see what he can do. The rookie year, usually a difficult time because the competition level here with these OP guys is quite steep.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. And with me and Pete going in, I heard that it's a whole different ball game when we come into Monday night. So we'll see how it plays off, and maybe hopefully a couple times we'll get up in the booth with you and we'll tell you all about it next year if we ended up getting some podium finishes or some stage 1 or stages finishes on the top.
I don't put the probability of this very high, but I think even if Tyler Miller did fix his internet connection or his power came back on or whatever, I wouldn't be shocked to see him hop back in here, because he's been an absolute excellent teammate. You saw him working with Robert Duvendak in the round of 8 as well as he was, and if he happens to get connected, you know that Empire Motorsports and their alliance with FSR, he could totally just hop back in with the only goal of being helping teammates here. I wouldn't be surprised, because that's one thing that's really impressed me about him this year is what a teammate he's been, which is, you know, really good to see from a rookie, to really be able to see the big picture, which a lot of guys don't. A lot of cars peeling off here.
Several cars hitting pit lane. Quite a big pack of them. 11 drivers staying out. Most of the drivers coming down on the pit road this first time. Les Levy does stay out. He continues to lead. Sean McCarra, Logan Helton, James Mayer, Casey Gilchrist, TJ Elliott, Aspen Belvin, Daniel Holloway, and Rick Siebrands, with Mark Mann all on the pit road. A splash of fuel, and they are down and away. Les Levy making his way around this track here and into turns 3 and 4. When is he going to hit pit lane? The 91 and the 26 making their way to the front of this pack. They're on the outside lane. They're not heading for pit road just yet. Neither is the 62, but Dan Harrington in the 82 machine going to pull down pit lane by himself. So a clean pit road for him, but he is going to lose the pack here because of that.
Yes, indeed. I'm surprised by the strategy about them coming and pitting in. I figured that since they were all going single file, that they were all going to stretch it to the end of the stage. So very bold move. I'm curious how it pays off.
I don't know if it works so well at Daytona with the 25 lap stages versus Talladega with the 20 lap stages, but I will say when the window opened and FSR not being the first guys down did surprise me. One driver I was a little surprised about here, maybe you guys have a little more data on what happened there. John Stephens, he fell off the pack there. He has not pitted yet. He's 27 seconds off the lead right now and has not pitted just yet. So I'm not sure if he got a penalty earlier or needed to use the bathroom. Now he's coming off pit road here, but he was not with the leaders when he did pit. You can see as they all drive by here, he's going to fall even further behind.
Two of our championship contenders have moved to the front of the field. Ernie Williams and Hunter Reynolds now leading the race, but Dustin Barber in the 6th, making a move to the outside of the 91. And Barber going to slide down in front. New leader, Dustin Barber.
Dustin Barber, I'm pretty sure, name that we haven't mentioned at all in these playoff races, you know, giving that he didn't get in or not, but, you know, he wants to make a name for himself. I wouldn't be surprised at him trying to come out, maybe get in the top 5 finish, maybe if not the win here tonight, you know, getting some redemption back, getting a nice little win to end the season on and come back strong for next season.
Let's see where these guys decide to pit there, because you got the different leaders at the front, but it's just all FSR and FSR adjacent drivers. Duvendak, Conley, Barber, Williams, Reynolds. The whole top 6. These guys they're all working together here with the goal of getting either the 26 the championship or the 91 the championship. How much longer are they going to stay out? Are they going to try and stretch it here? They're trying to save the 91 and 26 some fuel, or they're going to just try and come as a big 6-car pack here? I don't know.
I'm not sure what their game plan is. It's going to be interesting to see. But of the drivers who have made pit stops, the 71 of Sean McCara is leading this group. TJ Elliott, James Mayer, Aspen Belvin, Casey Gilchrist, and Logan Helton in the 63 in this pack of drivers. Elliott out of shape. He goes down into the grass, gathers it back in, but man, TJ Elliott going to lose some ground there.
Ooh, yeah, indeed. That was a close one. I'm glad there wasn't a big one involved in that. It looks like, yeah, he's going to try to fall back in line. Well, no, it looks like he's going to maybe hit his way down to pit road.
You know, I was scared to see that. The most scared to see that had to be that 63 car, just a few cars back. He's like, I just joined with this pack here to try and see if we can run down the leaders here and then see that right in front of him there. That's a really scary feeling there when you're worried about a championship and you already used a fast repair. So gotta be something to be worried about there. But this group is still catching the leaders they're still going faster than the lead pack, rather, I should say. Because the leaders obviously still have to pit, but they're going about 1/10 of a second a lap faster. Every single lap that those 6 cars stay out on their own. It's a little bit smaller, but they ain't staying out much longer.
Now they're all on the pit road, and now we're going to look and see how Sean McCara is doing. He's on the front stretch. He's got a full head of steam. A rookie here on Monday nights, the 71. Maybe get himself a shot to lead this race as we go on board with Sean McCara, making very quick work of everyone else who had hit pit lane.
It looks like they're going to blow right past Hunter Reynolds and Ernie. I just want to say, you know, huge shout out to TJ Spotter when he was going in the pits there. All them FSR guys and Buck Wild went in for the pits, and TJ was going so slow, and I thought there was going to be a huge wreck right at the pit entrance, but luckily TJ pulled off from that, so they all made it clean inside pit lane.
That first group got out way ahead of these FSR guys, but this second group that's led by Mark Manning, Daniel Holloway, Dan Harrington, Rick Siebrands just barely cleared our other 2 chase competitors. So we're going to have 3 of the chase guys all right together again with Siebrands, Reynolds, and Williams. Logan Helton just a few seconds up the road a little bit.
Yeah, so as they run right now, Logan Helton in the 5th spot, your championship contending leader. Rick Siebrands in 10th, Hunter Reynolds 11th, Ernie Williams 12th, with the 4, the 26, and the 91 all running nose to tail right now. Getting into the final few laps here of stage number 2, Sean McCara, your race leader in the 71 machine. He would love to pick up a stage win, gets a little bit of a bump from the 84 of Aspen Belvin, gathers it back in. Tense moment there going into the tri-oval. How about that? that saved by the 71.
Oof, a little wiggle, a little bad bump from the 21 and Mark Mann on that second pack there. Lost a little bit of momentum. I don't know. I feel like these guys need to be all lined up here if they want to try to catch that lead pack up to there. It looks like Mark Mann's going to pull off into the apron now. Let some cars go by in this second group here.
Yeah, the gap between Logan Helton in 5th and Derek Conley in 6th is just about 2.5 seconds or so. If that number gets down to about 1.5 seconds, then they can really start to smell the draft. So you can see the 5 cars in the front and know how important it is for them to stay in line, get as fast as humanly possible. The second group's trying to do the exact same thing. Who's going to do it better?
Right now, Mark Mann is the first car 1 lap down. He is going to be battling with himself. TJ Elliott pretty far back. Elliott, the only car currently scored 1 lap down. Only other car, I should say. So a battle to be the first car 1 lap down between Mark Mann and TJ Elliott. And right now, it's all Mark Mann. But Sean McCara continues to lead. Vapid Yeet Racing out in front with the 71 and the 84.
Yeah, hopefully Mark Mann doesn't happen to me on Saturday with me being a lap down, getting that lucky dog spot. Ended up getting involved in a wreck, and once you get involved in a wreck, you lose that lucky dog candidate. So hopefully Mark Mann doesn't see any wrecks happening here in the next 5 laps.
Well, it's going to get really fancy up here in a second because huge chunk taken out of that lead there. Derek Conley's now only 2.2 seconds behind the race leader, so they're going to be able to smell the draft of Logan Helton real soon. I think it's going to be up to that first pack to try and make sure, especially if you're Logan Helton, I don't want to get in the way of these guys. I want to make sure my car is in good shape at the end of the stage. I'm not worried about stage points because there's going to be a big difference in the speed of the second pack when they catch the first pack here. They might even do it before turn 1 at this rate.
Well, we just seen Rick pull off. I wonder if Logan Helton of the 63 will do the same down under the apron. We'll see. Oh, it's actually, he's going to make his way on the top lane.
Yeah, big scary move there because now they got 2 wide. They're going even slower. I think the plan is just to give Derek nowhere to go, but he's racing for nobody right now. If he decides to take it 3 wide and go crazy for the stage win, he totally could. And you can see the big traffic jam is coming. Every car that approaches this pack is going so much faster. Are they going to choose the conservative move, or are they going to take something more aggressive? And looks like Logan Helton's just going to bail out. I'm going to jump high and just coast on back to the end of this. And lo and behold, there's more chase guys there, like Hunter Reynolds right there at the end of it.
Yeah, the 63 going to tuck down to the inside right in front of Hunter Reynolds. Not a bad decision. Stage points don't matter for the 63, but everyone else trying to get as many points as they can to finish out the season as strong as they can. Sean McCara, your race leader, he has been out in front without a challenge for the last few laps, but now the 84 of Aspen Belvin on his outside trying to make a bid for this stage 2 win.
I mean, cut you off here, Zach, but one thing that might have looked really innocuous that actually might have been pretty significant is they just lapped the 27. The previous stage winner, a guy who's just here in the booth, just went 1 lap down. You know who cares about that? Mark Mann, who's about 10 car lengths behind him. Now he's got to battle somebody for this lucky dog. So I'm going to be interested to see if the 04's got a more sense of urgency here. And he's like, oh, crap, I got to get my lap back somehow. And 27's my ticket back on the lead lap here.
Yeah, well, go ahead, KR.
With Sean Stevens going that lap down, that does put Mark Mann, the second car, in this situation. And with the end of the stage coming up very quickly here, Sean McCara trying to lead this one and win it. Sean Stevens looking to tuck in, and maybe if you're Sean Stevens, you know you got this advantage over Mark Mann. You kind of just pull out a line a little bit, but not too much because you don't want to let Mark catch up to you.
Yep, now we only got 7 drivers in this front pack. It looks like the rest all peeled back and just staying at single file, playing it safe, being cautious. And we're going to see these top 7 guys try to battle it out, see who can get this stage to win here, as now we got basically a lap and a half remaining.
Be surprised to see the 28 slice and dice his way up to there. He wants a stage win just as much as anybody else. He was not comfortable chilling back there behind everyone, even though he's leading that second pack charge. Got to be careful not to push the pusher here. He's right there on James Mayer there as James is also trying to push Sean at the same time. We're coming down here to the end of the stage time, though. We're going to have 2 laps to go as we cross the line here. Any of these guys that you can see in the frame right now, I think it could win this thing. I think everyone from the 63 on back is happy where they're at, but these other 9 guys, they don't care about the points. They just want to be in the interview, get some clout talking to us.
We start our final lap in stage 2. Sean McCara has 2.5 miles to go for his stage win. Can he hold on to Aspen Belvin in the 84 with Casey Gilchrist in the 13 pushing on his back bumper? They're going to have a big run down the backstretch as the 71 gets a big wiggle. That gives a huge advantage to Aspen Belvin in the 84, but not enough to clear the 71 just yet. James Mayer in the 95 trying to push the 71 clear of the 84. Will he get it done and make a move to the outside coming off of turn number 4? Here we go, the final run. Should have been at the completion of lap 50.
That's it. Yep, that's it right there.
And there it is.
Okay.
Sean McCara in the 71 is going to win stage number 2. Aspen Belvin not having enough muscle on the outside to steal it away from McCara.
I know it's just a stage 2 win, but the 71 is glad to see that. And I'm pretty sure he's super happy to see a stage win coming his way after he's notorious of somehow ended up always finding the wrecks each and every week on Monday, which is bad news for him. I know he wants to try to break that streak.
I realized what I was done goofed. I was so excited by the Lucky Dog race. I was highlighted on Sean Stevens, who said he was about to start lap 50. Well, yeah, but the leaders aren't about to start lap 50. But yeah, what a great win by Sean McCara. I can't wait to see how hype he is up here in the booth when we get to interview him in a second.
So there you go, race control making it official with a nice little message to me. 71 of Sean McCara scored as our stage 2 winner. He's going to tuck up to the pace car here, and we're going to get him in for an interview right quick. We'll wait for him to make a pit stop, but let's take a moment here and talk about the race as we're halfway through this one, gentlemen. This is going very quickly. 2 stages done and in the books. Our championship contenders look content to hang at the back, but how long will that be?
Well, not including the stage cautions here. We've only had 1 caution. It seems like that 1 caution there at lap 6, the big one that happened, looks like gave a lot of, rethought strategy in mind for most of these, especially the chase contending drivers. Like, hey, maybe we should probably take it easy and be in the back here, considering some had to use their fast repair. So be curious to see what's going to happen in these last 48 laps.
Hey, now the data says these guys are more aggressive than ever right now, right? We had 0 stage points combined for the 4 chase competitors the first time around. But if I'm looking at the stage 2 results correctly right now, Logan Helton got 9th and Hunter Reynolds got 10th. That is 3 stage points. That is infinitely times as many stage points as they got in stage 1. So, but they're all a little bit more forward, right? Ernie Williams finishing 12th in that stage. Rick Siebrands finishing 16th in that stage. Starting to creep forward a little bit here. Want to get a good pit stop in a decent spot. They want to make sure that they are not just around at the end, but in position to win at the end.
All right, so there you have it. Our stage results for our championship contenders. They've moved up just a little bit, stage over stage, and Sean McCara down and away from his pit stop. And let's pull him up here and let's get a quick word in with our stage 2 winner. Sean McCara, you got your ears on, bud?
I do. What's up?
Man, I'll tell you what's up. That's a 71 finishing on top the leaderboard here in stage number 2.
Yeah, I don't do that very often.
We know you've had a habit of, the bad streak of finding the wrecks each and every week here in the Monday series. I'm glad to see you break it. What's a nice little game plan for stage 2? What are we thinking towards the end of this race here? What are we going to get here?
I figure if I lead the rest of the laps, I'll do pretty well for myself.
That's not a bad strategy. Now, saying it and doing it are going to be 2 different things. How do you plan to lead all the laps?
I figure if I just go faster than everybody, you know, cross the finish line before them, it should work out.
Just push the pedal harder.
You wish you had some jet fuel and some NOS in that car.
I mean, yeah, just probably break several rules. You know, definitely for sure we'll get suspended by NASCAR after the race for illegal adjustments. But yeah.
Sean, question for you. I know you guys, your whole team's got nothing to lose today. Do you prefer to be running at the front to try and win these things at the end, or does it just kind of happen that way with pit strategy? What's usually your go-to position for trying to make sure you can win one of these things?
You're definitely trying to be towards the front. It's a lot easier to maintain positions than it is to gain positions. So, like in where I am right now, I know we've had most of our team in the top 10 for most of the race after that first wreck.
Yeah, it looks like none of them decided to top off on fuel. Like Rapid Heat Racing is going to be on the same pit strategy here, working together, and you got all of them lined up right on the bottom lane, ready to go real fast, as you said before, and just push the pedal real hard, man. Congrats again on the stage win.
Yeah, thank you. We don't have much to lose. We don't have many fast repairs left either.
Any shout outs or thank yous you want to throw out there?
To my teammates for keeping us going there. We pushed the pace really well in our pit stop, had a very good pit stop.
All right, that is Sean McCara, your stage 2 winner. Nice job, Rapid Yeet Racing, picking up the stage win by shoving Sean McCara out in front of everyone else. So with that being said, we move on to the final stage here tonight. The 71, the 52, someone we haven't talked about yet tonight, the 52 of Randall Cobb on the outside for this restart. On the inside of row number 2, well, that's the 13 of Casey Gilchrist. Dan Harrington in the 82 on his outside, then the 84 of Aspen Belvin, and the 62 of Les Levy for row number 3. Green flag is out. We begin the final stage here tonight. The 71 gets a big jump over Randall Cobb in the 52, and man, oh man, Sean McCara said he was going to try and lead every lap from here on out, and what a start he had.
I'm going to put you on the spot here, KR. I'm thinking for this restart, I think we need to turn it up. So why don't we go ahead and do a turn it up presented by Turn 3, and let's get these cars rolling here with some gyro cams and everything else.
I like it. I like it. So, gentlemen, you heard it from Zach. Let's turn it up. Man, oh man, a turn it up always feels really good. Gets the loud engine noises down deep into the soul. Speaking of the soul, the 71 of Sean McCara and the 53 of Dave Hunt. Digging deep out in front of this field right now. Logan Helton leads our championship contenders. He's all the way back in 14th spot. Rick Siebrands in 15th. Then it's Ernie Williams in 17th and Hunter Reynolds in 18th. I'll tell you what, gentlemen, our championship contenders look content just to race themselves.
Yeah, that will indeed. We got Sean doing his strategy, pedal to the metal, keeping it there. That was a good turn it up session. I feel like, had some nice 3-wide action. Looks like Travis Elliott still lap down. Mark Mann still lap down as well. And then we got David Booth 2 laps down towards the end of the list that are not on the lead lap.
A lot of interesting names up here, though, like what you saw before. Some of them haven't been up here in a bit, though. You see Jimmy Reynolds up there in 12th. He was one of the guys who was just kind of hanging around the chase guys and protecting them a good bit. And he said, you know what, I got a quick enough car now. I kind of want to get up here and mix things up a little bit. But he's moving up towards the top 10. Like, he wants to try and get racy with these guys. A couple other cars that we see up here that have taken a little bit of a break before, but are back a little bit. You see Duvendak there in the 12. Now he's getting pushed by Conley, so you know that's going to be a fun ride. But Les Levy's made his way back up here. Dan Harrington's made his way back up here. Got some interesting names who are coming back up, trying to make some moves, and other drivers trying to get some lucky dogs and get themselves back in position to win.
Buck Wild Racing out in front, the 53 and the 52 leading their respective lanes, stealing the thunder from the 71 of Sean McCara. He needs to figure out how to push that throttle just a little bit harder, because now he finds himself behind Dave Hunt. Robert Duvendak in the 12 on the back bumper of the 52 of Randall Cobb. They are going at it. But I do want to take a quick moment and talk about our championship contenders. The 63 of Logan the Kid Helton out in front of him right now. If this race ends, he could finish in 13th spot, but he would still be the champion. They are only racing themselves. Those 4 drivers, Logan Helton, Rick Siebrands, Ernie Williams, Hunter Reynolds. It is coming down to who you beat among those 4 drivers, who our champion is, and the finishing order for that. And with that being said, we're working lap 63, coming around to start lap 64. They're still back at the pack. Now, we got quite a lot of racing to go, but man, I thought maybe for sure we'd see someone try and work their way forward here.
I feel like it's just all going to come down to pit strategy, pit cycles. That the teams want to make sure they get all well together, get that lined up form, nice and straight, nice and fast as well. That way they could try to push their way up to the front. So I have a feeling we ain't going to maybe see a whole lot of action yet until probably here or so in the next like 5 or 6 laps, where pit cycle is going to be underway, and we'll see what teams go in and who's going to stay out and stuff.
Yeah, you can usually tell when it's about to be pitting time when it gets this long single file line on the bottom like this. Now you only got Conley and Stevens out there on the outside line. They're the only ones who are really pushing for it. Sean Stevens back on the lead lap, by the way, and now in a top 5 position. So that's awesome to see him rebound that well. One thing that still is kind of interesting to me, though, now you can see Jimmy Reynolds has faded back a little bit closer to his team there. He's the first in line of these Alliance/FSR guys. So he's going to be, if he's in front of Logan and Rick, they can kind of react to Jimmy if FSR was going to try and short pit here a little bit. Jimmy would need to kind of fade back a little bit and then let Logan and Rick by, and then the FSR guys, and Ernie, Hunter, Dustin, Jimmy, those guys could all pit together without the Alliance chasers knowing about it, really, and being able to react in time. So I'd be interested to watch that 17 car, see if he falls back a little bit so that they'll have a 4-car pack if they decide to pit together.
Well, big long line is what we got right now. Duvendak in the 12, out in front on the inside. Derek Conley in the 28, working the outside lane, and they're going to split off. Duvendak on the binders there, pulls off to the inside. Randall Cobb from Buck Wild Racing jumps to the race lead. Dave Hunt on his back bumper. Sean Stevens, the only car in the outside lane. And that was unexpected. Both Empire Motorsports drivers pulled that move off at the same time.
Yeah, that was definitely something. You know, I heard the radio transmission just right before, before they did that. I heard Derek Conley go and sit there and said that that they're going to start pull away. He gave a heads up to the 27, Sean Stevens, that way they didn't cause a big one. But definitely a spontaneous move, should I say, for the Empire team.
That's got to be for an FSR allied move there, right? Because those guys aren't racing for the championship. Like, if Derek Conley wanted to, he could pull a Sean McCary out here and block everybody and try and lead every single lap if he wanted to. But they're out there to support Ernie and Hunter. Teammates, former teammates on Wednesdays and Saturdays. That they're out there to help them work. So they came and faded to the back of the pack here. They'll add more cars. And look, there you go. You can see a lot of the Alliance guys getting tired of following that 17 car. Because it's checking up a little bit too much. They're going to pass him there on the outside. That's going to put all the FSR guys together at the back.
Ooh, okay. Last time we were on pit road, lap 52. A few drivers came down, topped off. When they got the one to go, that would be lap 53. We're working lap 68. That's 15 laps out on the track. Not all of it has been green flag racing. We had the pace lap there to bunch the field up from the end of stage number 2, but we're just a few laps away from our first round of green flag pit stops. Ooh. Randall Cobb on the inside, but gentlemen, some championship contenders have worked their way forward. Logan Helton, Rick Siebrands, Ernie Williams, Hunter Reynolds, they have been using the outside lane, and our championship contenders now find themselves all 4 in the top 5.
I don't even know if that was working their way to the front. That was instantaneous. You guys see that? It was almost like they had been saving their fuel so they could floor it these last couple laps. And it was very reactionary, right? You saw Alliance jump out of line, start flying up towards the front of the field. FSR was like, oh no, we got to go. We can't let those guys get all this track position. Now they've got the bottom line, and they've got all their chase guys in the bottom. They've got Mark Mann leading the pack, even though he's not actually leading the race. The 91 and the 26 got to find their way to the bottom here in a second. I don't know if they're going to be able to do it through the front with only those 3 cars working together on the outside.
Yeah, I didn't mean to break you up there, KR, but yeah, they were on a run, and I just couldn't believe it. All 4 of them Alliance guys, and FSR right behind them. That was crazy. So maybe the Alliance is wanting to push their way out in front for this pit cycle here. Not for sure. Ernie Williams is going to get clear. Looks like he was trying to get Hunter clear, but Hunter is not clear, so he's going to have to stay up top for now.
Here we go, folks. The action has just started to pick up as we're coming around to complete lap 70, start lap 71. Ernie Williams leading for the first time here tonight. Logan Helton led the first lap of our championship contenders, put himself in great starting position, fell back, and now he's back up into the front along with the 26 of Hunter Reynolds. And our championship 4 have made their move, and they have made it with so much of a lightning quick move that this just goes to show you why these are our 4 championship drivers.
And just that last lap previously recorded, this was entertaining, but all 4 chase drivers were up in the top 5 spots. It looks like Buck Wild Racing ended up going down to pit road just now. With leading that was 52 of Randall Cobb.
Yeah, they might have used a little more fuel by leading it there. That'll be interesting to see what the Vapadik guys do here, because they were out front for a while as well. But the 71, 13, 84, those are all still right there behind Derek Conley and the 28. They might have another lap in them there, but they were also at the front for quite a while. I'll be interested to see if they pull off here and if the FSR and Alliance guys try to push it one more lap additionally.
I do want to point out Derek Conley, Robert Duvendak laid down the fastest lap of the race Just 2 laps to go as we got several drivers peeling off for pit road this time. Brakes locking up. Oh, man, everyone getting in there.
That's why these are the Monday pros. That was fantastic. One guy who didn't make it down pit road, though, was Hunter Reynolds. I don't know if that caught him off guard and he was on the outside, but he's only got him and Dustin Barber out there. That can't be as planned, but they're going to do the best they can here to make the best of the situation, and they're probably going to come down this time by.
Yeah, the 26 is going to have to hit pit road here very soon. Dustin Barber in the 6 pushing hard on him. That is going to hurt the 26 a little bit here, but a lot of racing to go. So we'll see how this works out. Hunter Reynolds in that Reynolds wrap. Blue and peach. A colored machine. I think that's peach.
That's fine.
We can call it peach.
We'll call it peach. Flesh tones on the back bumper of the 26. He's going to hit pit road this time. But look out, folks. The 63 of Logan Helton winning the race off of pit road of that big group of drivers. He is working his way to the back bumper of the 04. Mark Mann still not on. Well, he is on the lead lap when they come around to pass the 26, and Hunter Reynolds taking a 4-tire stop there, left side tires only for the 26. 8-second pit stop. This one is going to cost him a little bit of time. He is still your race leader, but you can see the pack in the background. They are coming quickly.
I tell you what, that was a huge win for the Alliance team, and Ernie Williams with them as well, because when Buck Wild went down just the lap previous, I mean, they are way behind. I want to say they're probably about 10 or 12 seconds, or I wouldn't say that much, but I'd say they're a good majority behind of the Alliance and Ernie Williams from that second pit cycle group. It looks like they had a tremendous stop for these guys.
I know we got the big race here with the chases up front there, but I think something happened to Sean McCara and Travis Elliott on the pit exit there, because he was near the front of that pack too, and I think he may have spun on pit exit and lost a large chunk of time here. He's going to be fighting just to stay on the lead lap, if not go a lap down right now.
So Mark Mann, last car on the lead lap, an Alliance Motorsports driver, leading his 2 championship contending teammates, Logan Helton and Rick Siebrands. Logan Helton scored as the race leader, but look who's right behind them. The 91 of Ernie Williams finds himself in the top 3. This championship battle is getting very tight.
It's only a matter of time for this big group of drivers behind that top 4 pack to ended up catching up with these guys as they're catching on them quickly. Curious to see here what Hunter Reynolds would do, since the other 3 chase drivers are up there towards the front.
Yeah,
well, none of them are falling any worse than 6th right now. We got 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 6th. Out of these chase guys, things have changed a whole lot since what we saw just a few laps before the pit stops happened there. And you can see that second pack is really starting to close up here. That goes from 4th place of Dan Harrington all the way back to 16th of Jimmy Reynolds. They got a whole lot of cars. Are these guys at the front going to go 2 wide or 3 wide to try and block them? Or are these guys going to try and drive around them? We'll see.
So Logan Helton now out in front as Mark Mann in the 04 got out of the way, tucks in behind the 91 of Ernie Williams Jr. We have 24 laps to go. 1 more pit stop for this race. No one can make it to the end of this one. And now there is a unique situation here. For most of this season, we have only had 2 green-white checkered attempts. For tonight, we want this one to finish under green. We will use an unlimited amount of green-white checkered attempts. I don't think we're going to need an unlimited amount, but man, I'll tell you what, seeing what's happening here, I'm glad that our race owners, our league owners, made the decision to go with the unlimited green-white checkers here tonight, because this is shaping up to be in a very exciting finish, and I'd hate to see something like this end under caution.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Definitely big shout out to the league owners. You can't end this. You can't end the championship race on a caution, not on a green-white checker. You just can't. You have to finish this on a green flag, and this is going to be coming down to the wire here with, like you said, 24, now 22 laps to go, and it's definitely going to be a fun one. Because you got Robert Duvendak and Hunter Reynolds on the outside, and then on the inside of that is 3 Chase contending drivers. So all 4 Chase contending drivers now in the top 5.
You ever watch NASCAR on NBCSN or NBC at the end of the season at Homestead, and they have the championship 4, and they're running like first, second, third, fifth, or something insane? You're like, oh, okay, this game will get 10 extra horsepower to be near the front. No, they're the best drivers. That's why they're there. It's the same thing we see here. All of our Chase drivers just chilling in the top 5. You know, when it comes down to, you know, when the business gets handled here and the payouts happen, that's where these guys are all at. And you know, Rick Siebrands running the 5th is the worst of the 4 right now, and that would be a happy place on a typical OP Super Speedway weekend. Just get a top 5 and move on and get happy with your points. That's going to be good enough for last place of these 4 right now. So it's going to get real aggressive here as guys really start trying to get to the front.
Duvendak in the 12, sliding down in front of the 91 of Ernie Williams. Duvendak representing FSR team on his car here tonight. Empire Motorsports working with FSR. And now you see Ernie Williams and Hunter Reynolds out in front of Logan Helton and Rick Siebrands. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm looking back at our playoff battles. How many times did we see the 4 of Rick Siebrands in a must-win situation, and he pulled it off? Technically, there were 2, and he managed it each time, and here he is in position to win another one, win another race, stack another championship trophy in his trophy case. But Ernie Williams looks hungry. Logan Helton has been denied, and Hunter Reynolds already a championship winner. Can he pull off another one? We're down to 20 laps to go, and it is going to come down to who can work with who. And keep in mind, a caution changes everything.
Yes, it does. So I want to take away, since we got 19 laps left, do my favorite ones to watch for the end of this race. Now, we're not going to choose any of the championship 4 drivers because I don't want to curse or jinx these guys of getting out of you know, they're saying that we cursed them to end it. Oh, no, we got a wreck already happening. Ernie Williams involved, 62, let's leave it. Everybody involved in this one.
Big crash at the front of the field. Hunter Reynolds was able to get through it. But you are right. Ernie Williams got a piece of that one. Looked like maybe Rick Siebrands got involved a little bit. He's rolling. Maybe he was able to squeeze through. His back end is all tore up. Logan Helton, I believe he already had to use his fast repair. He is missing the front clip. This is a big crash here in the closing laps of this one. Let's see if we can back this up and figure out what happened. Let me take another shot at that one.
Big amount of drivers involved in that one. That was crazy.
Looked like Duvendak touched the apron, got sideways, and everyone reacted. And that is what's going to trigger this one.
Man, that's just a lot of cars getting torn up there. And it's crazy because the 26 had already used this fast repair as well. I don't think the 91 and the 4 had, so they're going to have one in the pocket. But tough break for the 63 there. Almost made it through. You could see it happening in front of him, and he just couldn't turn to get quite underneath of it there before the 52 got him, and it was just passenger at that point there. Just like everybody, though. So many cars getting torn up in that. It's going to be interesting to see who's going to be chilling in pit road for a while and who's just going to get gas and go. And, you know, it comes down to survival here. I know the 26 is the one who's on top now, but this is far from over. We could have a whole bunch of damaged guys just trying to finish the race as best they can. Doesn't mean they have to win the championship.
So going back and replaying that, I'm sitting there replaying it over and over. It looks like only 2 drivers in the back were able to come away clean of trying to avoid that wreck, able to stop in time, and then only Hunter Reynolds in the front. Everybody else, almost all 22 of these drivers in the field tonight, 3 of them only made it through that wreck.
All right, so coming off of pit road, Rick Siebrands had to burn his fast repair. He had a huge chunk of his car torn out. Logan Helton still sitting on pit road. He had to burn his fast repair early in stage 1. This one is going to hurt his chances big time. It's not over for him yet, but man, it has made it a lot harder for him. Hunter Reynolds came away with that one very cleanly. Ernie Williams had a fast repair, so his car back to nice and straight. So our 3 championship contenders had some good breaks there. Unfortunately, our 4th one, the 63, Logan Helton, big trouble for Logan here.
Yes, indeed. It looks like we are not going to say the ones to watch later this evening.
I'm going to be honest. I was going to pick Tyler Miller. Nothing against you, Tyler, but you're not in this race. You're scored 24th here tonight. You were going to be the person I picked to just have a miraculous win.
So it looks like we got Hunter Reynolds. Like we said, came away clean. He's going to be starting this restart off. He's going to be taking the top lane. It looks like he got the lane choice for the top lane. Sean Stevens is going to be behind him with Rick Siebrands in the 3rd row.
Yeah, the guy on the inside here, Derek Conley, that was going to be my pick as soon as you finished that sentence there, Zach. That car's been looking really good. I know it's got the FSR insignia on the side, even though he's the Empire Motorsports king there. I think he's going to be the one that's going to be super duper aggressive here. Obviously, Hunter's going to want to win the race, obviously, but the bigger picture here is being the championship, and he's got the car in the front row, and his closest competitor is 2 rows back. Well,
my driver then, since you guys want to say, was going to be Les Levy of that Deathmobile. I know he hates getting called out, but man, that Deathmobile is on something tonight, and it's looking mighty good here up in the front.
Do want to point out that Logan Helton still on pit road. He has gone 1 lap down, and the damage to that car was very extensive. I imagine his night could very well be done as he tries to fix those required repairs. We'll see if he can get back out there. 1 lap down, not the end of everything. 2 laps down, going to be very, very difficult. If he can get back out there here very quickly, and we have several of our green-white checkers or a couple more cautions, he still has a shot just to win this thing. You got to be on the lead lap. You never know what's going to happen. But here we go. 3 championship contenders still in this one. Derek Conley in the 28 gets a big jump. Les Levy in the 62 trying to get to his back bumper. And Hunter Reynolds in the 26 out in front of all of our championship contenders.
Yeah, I'm not sure there if Hunter Reynolds didn't get a good, green flag start there, but ended up coming down on the backstretch with a huge push of the 27. Sean Stevens now clearing that inside lane. Looks like he's going to jump down with the 27, leaving the 4 in the top lane now with Aspen Belvin right behind him.
I don't even know if that was necessarily what the 27 wanted to do, but it's what the 4 wanted them to do, because he gave him a shot there. As soon as the 26 jumped down, the 4 pushed the 27. He was like, fine, I'll get out of your way too. So Rick Siebrands knows he's got to be near the front here if he wants to win this thing, and Aspen Belvin is just going to be the guy who's pushing him right now, even though it's not a teammate. We'll see who comes out on top with 2 chase guys in the front rows.
15 laps to go here in our championship night. 3 contenders still in this hunt. Logan Helton sits on pit road, devastating end to his night. Tough break for Logan the Kid Helton, but man, was he giving us a show. He put it on pole and found a way to surge to the front towards the end of this thing. It just did not work out for him, and as we continue green flag racing, Logan Helton's night just gets more and more nails in the coffin. Tough break for Logan Helton, but man, I look forward to seeing him next season. Each and every time you can make it into the championship 4, that is something to be proud of here in this Monday night OP Racing Premier Super Speedway Series.
Yeah, no doubt about it. All 4 of these drivers, fortunately, yes, there will be 3 losers, but they got to be proud of what they've come here to do tonight. Able to make it to the Final Four, beat out 26 roster of 26 or 30 of these drivers in this Premier Series. So still got to be proud for what they came here to do and still get the top 4.
Yeah, I mean, we're finding out right now, Zach, how hard the playoff format really is, too. Like, making the playoffs is quite the stress thing, but each and every round, just trying to make another cutoff, all 4 of these guys should be incredibly proud of their seasons. One race is not necessarily an entire indication of how well their years have gone, and whether they finish 4th or 1st tonight, it's going to come down to just, a lot of luck, and wrong place at the wrong time can really end things here. That might not have been the right move for Hunter there. He decided to drift up and give Sean Stevens the lead. I don't know if Rick wants to stay behind that 26 or if he's thinking about taking him 3. He doesn't have the help yet, but that third line is coming, led by Ernie Williams.
Ernie Williams running that high, wide, and handsome line. That is where he has said he is the most comfortable. He doesn't feel so claustrophobic, and he is going to be cut off by the 4 Rick Siebrands. He's going to slide down in the tri-oval contact. James Mayer goes around. Now Ernie, more contact. 2 cars spinning, everyone missing. We stay green, and the 91 gets back on the track. Yellow flag is going to come out.
Yellow. Woo. That was going to be a good move. That was going to be a good move if Ernie pulled that off. That was going to be an incredible move. Fortunately, he got a little, just a little touch from one of the drivers back behind him and just ended up crossing it sideways. But that's going to be an incredible move from the 91.
It's one of those tough spots, right? Like, you're racing for the championship. There's 11 laps to go, literally, in your season. Do you lift there just to make to let the other championship competitor bit in front of you in the outside line, or do you jump down low there to be right in front of your team or right behind your teammate in the middle? It's a tough spot. He probably heard the spotter say clear for just a moment and wasn't clear by the time he got down there. It was just so close, and he almost saved it too. I don't think there's going to be too much damage. You might have to come down here and get some of that rear spoiler work done, but I don't think anything on there is going to be terminal.
Yeah, the 91 is going to have to work on that car just a little bit, but Hunter Reynolds, Rick Siebrands away cleanly from that one, but that was a very tense moment. We're going to take another look at this one from high atop our blimp. The 91 of Ernie Williams working his way through 3 and 4 here. Had that outside lane working. Rick Siebrands jumped up in front of him, and Ernie saw an opening. He's going to slide down to the inside. Not quite clear of Aspen Belvin. That was very, very close. Tough call there. Ernie was going for it. A little bit of contact. James Mayer, the big loser in that situation. But among our championship contenders, the 91 of Ernie Williams now has damage on his race car. So he's going to have to try and get that fixed.
Yeah. Hopefully, since it was on the side, maybe it might be just, 20 seconds of optional somewhere in there. Hopefully enough for him, to keep it still alive for his championship hopes. Most of the time, usually, if you end up damaging this car in the front, there's no chance. I have a feeling, with this being a super speedway, you need all the help you can get from your engine and in the draft. So good thing it was just side damage, and hopefully he can pull out from only like a 20-second repair.
I think he's going to be fine. I think the thing that helps him the most is how many other cars behind him decided to pit. I don't think they got all their damage fixed from the last one. Some guys are coming in here and topping off in case they want some green, white, checkered insurance. But I think other guys are getting some damage fixed too. I think Ernie's not going to come out absolutely last out of pit road here. There's only 17 cars in the lead lap anyway. He's got Jimmy Reynolds back there 1 lap down, so he'll be restarting near him, although he might get the lucky dog. He'll be back there anyway. It'll be interesting to see, Ernie, it'll be fun to watch him just fighting his way through the field. He's going to try and jump to the high line and take that ride all the way up. But a few drivers in front of him that we haven't talked about much tonight that also like to use that high line. I don't know if we're going to see them take some aggressive moves there, but there's some new names in that top 10.
All right, so I want to point out real quick, we have 10 laps to go. Last time we were on pit road was lap 82-83 for our top 9 drivers, right? 2 of them are championship contenders, the 4 Rick Siebrands, the 26 Hunter Reynolds. They are in fuel conservation mode. We have unlimited green, white checkered attempts. How important is track position that these guys have not come down pit road?
Yeah, it's definitely Russian roulette call right here. Who's them staying out, and if we get one or two green white checkers, man, that's not benefiting the 4 or the 26. If anything, it's benefiting the 91 of Ernie Williams, since he had to come in for some of that damage. So I'm pretty sure these two guys up in the front are not hoping for any green white checkers.
I haven't had the privilege of racing with the 26 and being in his radio much, but on Wednesday nights and Saturday nights, I get to race that 4 car in my chat all the time. And every time we're running down our pit strategy and they say, all right, how much fuel you got at the line? That 4 car always has like half a gallon more than anybody else. I have no idea how he does it. It doesn't matter if he was near the front before or whatever. He always seems to have a half gallon more than anybody else. So if there's a guy who I want saving fuel and that's what's going to happen, it's the 4 car. I would have imagined he was going to stay out if Hunter pitted. I don't think he would have dove down as well. He might have. I don't know how close they are. It's going to be interesting to see, but I can guarantee you the 4 car is doing everything he can and doing a great job of it.
Okay. Catch your breath, ladies and gentlemen. This one isn't over just yet. We still have 3 championship drivers on the lead lap. Hunter Reynolds right now in front of the 4 of Rick Siebrands, but Sean Stevens in the 27 and Derek Conley in the 28 on the front row for this restart. Hunter Reynolds on the inside of row number 2, Les Levy on the outside of row 2. Then it's Rick Siebrands and Casey Gilchrist for row number 3. Lights are out on the Ford Mustang. We're gonna fire them off one more time. Here we go. Sean Stevens, your stage 1 winner, back out in front, grabs him some throttle, makes some noises as he accelerates and heads for turn 1. Conley with a good jump, staying right to his outside.
Oh, boom. And it was a matter of time. I was wondering who was going to hop up to that top lane, either Hunter Reynolds or the 4 of Rick Siebrands, and 4 seems out to make the first move and hitting the top lane right in front of Les Levy of the 62.
Yeah, the 62 did not get a great start there. And I don't know. I think I'd want to be behind the 28. I think he knows what he's really doing on the side draft and how he handles it. Although that was a little bit more than a side draft there. Here they come down into turn 3. I see that 28. If he's going to try and pinch those guys and pull them forward, doesn't look like it. It's going to hold up the 4 a little bit more. Might be some teamwork at play here, working with the 26. Not quite sure. But you know that 4 is going to be pushing the 28, and the 28 is going to be holding on just fine.
Yeah, Derek Conley in the outside lane has the 4 Rick Siebrands behind him. Hunter Reynolds in the 26 looking for an opening. We see this move time and time again, but it is not there just yet. He is not able to clear coming up off the corner, and he's going to stay to the inside lane. Derek Conley with a good run down the backstretch as he tries to pull even with Sean Stevens.
Yeah, they're still side by side. It looks like Ernie Williams is chilling in the back. He may think there might be one coming out here soon. And it looks like he has no rush to the front right now, even though there's 5 laps to go after this lap right here.
That might be the little bit of damage in the rear end there. His car might be really, really bad at the end of the line. If he's got the rear damage, he needs that car behind him to push him. And Duvendak pulls behind him now. Maybe that'll give him the momentum to start making a move. That third line with Mark Vega is now getting formed up a little bit. I want to see if Rick Siebrands decides to take Derek Conley 3 wide here, if he's going to be content just chilling behind him. Because I don't think that's going to be how you beat the FSR guys. I think you're going to have to make this move, and Rick's really peeking out there thinking about it.
Yeah, Conley in the 28 would love to win this one, but he would love to see an FSR championship. Rick Siebrands, though, very crafty driver behind the wheel. He will find a way around this 28, but for the moment, it looks like he is content just to stay tucked in. We're coming to 5 laps to go. Anything can happen here, and man, if only I knew what was going to happen next, I could tell y'all, but shoot, my crystal ball's broke.
3 wide. Mark Vega moving on that top lane with James Mayer right behind him. Hunter Reynolds jumping in front of Derek Conley now. And so now we got Hunter Reynolds, Derek Conley, and then Rick Siebrands in that middle lane. Looks like Rick's going to pop that back down on the bottom lane there.
So
we kind of knew that was coming there. Tyler Miller called it in chat. I don't know if that was, well, they got broken up there because now that Rick Siebrands jumped to the bottom, only 2 cars in the middle. What's the 62 and 95 they're going to do? They're going to try to follow the 18, or are they going to be happy following these FSR guys? That 6 car is also another FSR car. Got the 4 and the 26 so close together here on the racetrack. This 91's just figuring out what lane he wants to jump in because it's the roadblock right in front of him there. Can the 28 and the 26 get it done on their own? Is the 27 going to slide up in front? It's going to be too close to call here.
Yeah, Rick Siebrands finds himself boxed in right here, but I can tell you that box has lots of feelers off of it, and if he finds an opening, he is going to go for it, especially with 4 laps to go. But Hunter Reynolds now out in front of the 27 of Sean Stevens. Reynolds going to see 3 fingers in the air from the flagman this time around. That heartbeat, got to keep it in check. Keep in mind, all he has to do is beat Rick Siebrands and Ernie Williams to be the champion. Mark Vega in the 18, who won our season opening race, making some moves on the outside, now drops down in front of the 28 of Derek Conley.
Yeah, some Dyson moves coming up. It looks like, a little bit of contact there with Casey there in the top lane. So that top lane has now formed down. And that looks like we're only going to stay 2 wide coming around the backstretch now. Ron Steven goes up, and then Ryan Reynolds stays down at the bottom still.
Yeah, and I think Rick Siebrands just decided, I'm going to leave my teammate Daniel Holloway here and jump up into the middle because it gives him an option to go in high on Derek Conley. He saw what the 28 did to him earlier, kind of checking up a little bit. This is the best chance Rick is going to have. He's got his teammate James Mayer behind him. He's got the option to go 3 wide here. Is he going to go 3 wide on Mark Vega? Not yet. If he is, we'll see. He's got a good run there, but he didn't quite have quite the energy to go up 3 wide just yet. Hunter Reynolds still controlling the pace in front of both lanes. He's got his FSR guys on the bottom. Oh, but they suckered him in the middle here.
Hunter Reynolds in the middle lane. Sean Stevens trying to win stage 1 and the race, but Dustin Barber in the 6 out in front. We are coming to the white flag. We get across the line. We will not have a caution to end this thing. Everyone really scrambling. Dustin Barber in the 6 is going to take the white flag. Final lap, final time around this season. Who is it going to be? Hunter Reynolds almost gets tagged by Derek Conley. Everybody wiggling big time.
That's just what the 4 wanted to see. Now he's on the quarter panel of the 26. These guys are side by side for the championship right now. Who's going to be the better pusher, the 95 or the 18? Oh, and Conley goes off on the inside.
That leaves some room for the 26 to either try to maybe go down or maybe not. The 4 staying. Oh, there goes the 26 going down.
Oh, Ernie Williams and the 6, big trouble behind him. And that is going to be enough for Hunter Reynolds to carry the momentum off of turn 4. Here comes Rick Siebrands. Is it too little too late at the line? Hunter Reynolds is going to be your season 6 champion.
What a finish that was. That 95 stayed as glued to the 4 as he possibly could through that carnage there, but it just wasn't enough to catch the 26 there. Congratulations to Hunter Reynolds and FSR on their championship this year, bringing it back around to FSR, and just another trophy in the case there.
Oh, that was definitely a wild one. If you guys did it like that, you don't like racing.
How about that? Hunter Reynolds scoring another championship win. Rick Siebrands finishing in 2nd in the race and the championship by 0.04 seconds.
That's crazy. That's just crazy. Like I said, this is one way to end the season right here, and Hunter Reynolds was able to grab that win and ended up being crowned the new champion. It looks like that new paint scheme did it all for him tonight.
Yeah, this isn't just a surprise. This guy is near the front in qualifying almost every single lap. It's no surprise that he was near the front at the end and was able to get it done. Just how wild it was that we saw these guys battling in the middle of the pack. We weren't even sure if anyone was going to win. Some of them used their fast repairs so early. Hunter used his before the end of stage 1. And here he is collecting the checkered flag, winning the championship for his team there. What a great race this was. What a great season this was.
All right, guys, let's kick off our post-race show, our OP Racing Premier Super Speedway Series Season 6. And let's get started off here tonight by talking to the driver who's going to be scored on pit road for this one, our 4th place finisher in the championship, Logan Helton. You got your ears on, buddy? All right, maybe he doesn't. Maybe he's not ready. We'll try and come.
Oh, hello. I'm back.
Hi, Logan. There he is.
I took a quick bathroom break.
Okay. Well, the 63 Logan Helton, man, I'll tell you what, that 63, always a threat to win every time you show up at the track. Here tonight, you had to burn your fast repair in stage 1. That wreck at the end, towards the end there in stage 3, knocking you out, man. Tough break, but still something to hang your hat on to be a championship 4 driver here tonight.
Yeah, it really stinks to go out like that. I mean, we really had a shot to win championship. I was hoping for a good run tonight to maybe build some confidence up for Road to Pro coming up soon, but why would it go right for me with how things been going recently? So I expected something to go wrong tonight, and what did you know, it happened. So I mean, congrats to Rick for putting up a fight to the end, and congrats to Hunter for the championship. And I mean, we had good clean racing between all of our championship 4 drivers, and it was just the other deals that got in the way of it. The first wreck, Hunter came down a little quick, and I could have given up some more room, I think, but I don't know. It was just so early to be cutting it that close, and even if I did let off for him, I probably was going to be. Hold on, I'm stuttering. I probably would have been turned from behind because of just how quick we were going. So I mean, it was just a lose-lose situation there. And at the end, it really stinks that I had that wreck missed, and then it was just ARCA braking from someone else that ruined our chances. So, it never does go our way, and it stinks. But I guess that's just what happens. Sometimes you get a 3-month-long bad break.
Well, I wouldn't hang your shoulders down that low. I mean, out of 26, 28 of these drivers, you made it to the final 4. At the end of the day, you're one of the top 4 drivers that ended up being here in this championship contending, trying to race for a championship. So I wouldn't hang your head down too low because, like I said, at the end of the day, you're one of the top 4 drivers that's here, and we're proud to have you here, and you do such a good job.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, I am glad I got to the final 4 last week with how that race went. I thought maybe our bad luck streak was over, but I'm not too upset. OP, it's a lot of fun, but I'd like to not take it as serious next season. It was really getting to me, so I wanna have fun with it next season if I'm here. So yeah, it's gonna. Hopefully, we'll have some more fun next season.
All right, that is Logan Helton. And Logan, before we send you off, any final shout outs or thank yous for season 6 you'd like to give?
Well, thank you to you guys for putting on the broadcast for every race, except that one race. And of course, that one race you didn't broadcast was the one that I won for the whole season. I mean, just really good broadcast by you guys, and especially these final few weeks with you guys bringing Peter into the booth for all the points, and Fritchy in the booth as well. You guys did awesome. Thanks to all my friends and family for watching. Thanks to Alliance Motorsports for the help all season. I think this was my my best season here with all the help from Alliance. And just congrats to Hunter for the championship. And I can't think of any, or also Splash and Go graphics for this awesome paint scheme that I got to run tonight.
All right, that is Logan Helton finishing 4th here tonight in the championship battle, and you can hear how much it meant to him. But man, lot to hang your hat on, and I look forward to seeing this guy get his first championship win. It is going to happen sooner or later for the 63.
Seriously, that was just wrong place, wrong time. I don't know if it was arc breaking. I don't know if you had a chance to watch the replay or not, but you guys saw the whole field was in that. It was just the 26 out in front, and everybody else caught damage. There was nothing he could do. There's nothing anyone behind him could do. That was just a huge pile of cars. It was really unlucky. Like you said, he just couldn't catch a break. But next season, I think he'll be one to watch for again. And you know what? We're all kind of upset that he didn't win the championship because it means that we got to race against an even hungrier Logan Helton next season.
All right, let's move on now to our 3rd place finisher in the championship, and that is the driver of the 91 machine, and that is Ernie Williams. Ernie, man, oh man, how about that? A 3rd place finish in the championship here for season 6.
Not bad, not bad. I'll take it. Like I said, I didn't really have no expectations coming into the season, so making the final 4 was an accomplishment. Finishing 3rd is great. I'm glad Hunter won. That lap 90, man, I thought I was clear. I thought I could get behind Hunter right there, and I just felt like that was the move that I needed to make, give us the best opportunity to win at that point in time. You don't really know what's going to happen down the road, but when Rick come up into that 3rd lane when I was in there, Aspen laid back a little bit, and man, I just thought I could get in there. And actually, I did get in there a little bit, and I just felt like Aspen might have, not checked up just enough, and he probably tapped me another time because I thought I had it saved. That dirt experience, man, I had it saved there on the front stretch, and I think I got hit again. But all in all, we'll take the championship. That was the goal, one of us to get it. Rick finished 2nd.
Ernie, we were all just speculating here. After that happened on lap 90, what kind of damage situation were you looking at there? We were really excited to see you come up through the field there at the end and try and take it 3 wide, but we know the cars were just kind of blocking you. You had nowhere to go. Yeah, I didn't. To be honest, I wasn't even going to come back out because I thought that's how much damage I had. Then I was like, well, you know what? 10 to go. I might as well come out there. And I'm being honest, my car had a little bit of life. I made it a few moves, got back up in through there, and it got a little hectic going into 3 and 4. I mean, I probably could have finished 6th, 7th or something like that. But the damage on my car, it looked bad. Because like I said, from the looks of it, I was just going to pull it in and just not even worry about it. Just be done and watch the end of the race. But it had a little bit of life into it. So I was like, man, I might as well try to do something. And I wanted to stay in whatever Hunter line was in. And they was 3 wide a little bit, and it kind of got to where the middle line was the fast going into 3, and I thought we all 3 had cleared. I thought Hunter was going to go down, and he did, and Vega went down, and I thought I was clearing, and I got into to Dustin a little bit and caused that last one. But all in all, I can't complain about the season, man. I had fun. It was an awesome season. I come in, I tried to, last season I kind of like laid back and just didn't qualify and stuff like that. I had fun this season. I raced guys, and I had a good time, man. It's been a fun season.
All right, Ernie, for the final time here in season 6, any shout outs, thank yous, I love yous, somebody you need to give a virtual hug to, and fans that you need to acknowledge?
Absolutely. I appreciate all the fan support for me this season. Glad everybody comes out. Hopefully the show was good. I know we usually we'll put on a decent one, so give a shout out to Tim Nichols from Lima, Ohio. He does a lot of the dirt side for me and a lot of sponsorship on that side and stuff like that. So I got to give a huge shout out to him. KR, you do an awesome job, man. Love the broadcast. Can't wait to go back and watch it, man. And hopefully here maybe later on in the season we'll see you at a race or two, man, and shake hands and do a little bit of talking on when we get to maybe the Chili Bowl or something. You know what I mean?
I'll tell you what, I will always hold dear the time I got to meet you at the Chili Bowl in 2019, and
Absolutely.
I do look forward to the next time I get to talk to you. And man, Ernie, 3rd place here in the championship, but solid effort this entire season.
Absolutely, man. Appreciate it. We'll see you guys soon next season, hopefully.
All right, that is Ernie Williams, our 3rd place finisher in the championship. But now let's move on to our 2nd place finisher in the championship, and that is none other than the driver of the 4, Rick Siebrands, who pulled out each time a must-win situation to make it into the final 4, and that is none other than Rick Siebrands. Rick, you bring it home, 2nd place in the race, 2nd place in the championship. what an outstanding season you had here.
Yeah, I said last week in that I think you're going to have to win one more race to win this championship, and we came up just a little bit short tonight, man. And it definitely wasn't it was the team put together a tremendous effort, man. We had such a great run at it and had such a good look at it there late, man. It's really, really bittersweet, disappointing, but you know, when you go back and look at the overall season that we had and what we accomplished was pretty cool. Would have loved to have capped it off with a championship, but you know, you got to take your hat off to FSR, man. They show up on championship night and they win them over here, man. They did a tremendous job. Congrats to Hunter, that whole team. Just a little bit short, and what are you gonna do?
Rick, can you talk us through after that last restart there? You were pushing Derek. It seemed like you were super happy to be behind him, and then his car just wasn't moving. It looks like you were just trying to find anywhere else to go. And lo and behold, here we are kicking the white flag. You found yourself at the top of the high line where you really like to be. Just kind of talk me through there from the last restart up to the final. How did you end up going from where you were all the way boxed in to fighting for the win?
Well, I thought a couple times that our race was over out there. We just couldn't get that track position we needed, and whatever line we got into, it just seemed to kind of bog down. And maybe our car just wasn't good enough to really be. Maybe we need one more adjustment on it to make it really fast and pushy there. But you know, without tires too, a lot of these guys were out of shape and sliding around, and just seemed like with the hot temperatures, tires kind of mattered tonight too. And I don't know, it just seemed like the lines were fast, but you know, just track position meant so much. And we came up a little bit short there. We had a tremendous run with my teammate Jim behind me, and he gave me a tremendous shot that I needed to win this race. And it just got us all out of shape. And we, by the time we got connected again, it was just a little bit too late there. But yeah, great run tonight. Can't thank this Alliance Motorsports Yeti Camaro team enough, man. We had a great look at it. Can't wait for next season.
I'll tell you what, Rick, you know, 3/10 is how shy you were for winning this championship, and that's, you know, that's good. I don't care what you say. That's still a good finish. You know, with tonight's race. Unfortunately, that you didn't get the championship, but I also wanted to point out that, man, you have the winning record number of races now. It's just crazy. You have a total of 49 wins so far in this Monday night series.
Oh, I don't know if it's that much, but I think we got the most wins in a single season this season. But like I said, I wish we could have got a sixth one, man, because we really would have needed that for, you know, like I said last week, the winner needed to win this race. So to come up a little bit short sucks, but it's a great season nonetheless.
Yeah, you did get a total of 5. I was looking at the overall stats for Monday, just the Premier Series, though, that you've gotten over a total of 49, just shy of 50. So at least that's what the stat records are telling me right now. But overall, Rick, it's a pleasure racing with you, you know, during the free feeder races. You're a good guy, good driver, and making a comeback from what you had throughout this season is also a great feeling too. You know, we love to have you here, and I love, you know, sitting there talking with you on feeder races, and it was an incredible race to watch tonight.
Awesome. Thank you. I appreciate the kind words again. Awesome series, awesome owners. The race that we put on out there is so much fun. It's even more fun to be a part of. Congratulations to Hunter. Great on that team. Thanks to Les Levy and Levy Designs for all the paint schemes and all the hard work he does. If you want a paint scheme, make sure you get a hold of Les. All my Alliance Motorsports teammates. Logan had a horrible night tonight. Just part of everybody else's stuff. But yeah, great season. Thanks for you guys up at the broadcast. I hope the fans enjoyed the race.
All right, that is your season 6 second place finisher, but walking away with a record number of wins in a season. So rare is it that we see multiple winners, but Rick found a way to win 5 times this season. So much so that Les Levy couldn't fit all of his win stickers where he would like to. How about that accomplishment? But let's move on now to the moment we've all been waiting for, talking to our season 6 championship winner, winning the race, winning the championship, getting it all done here tonight. That is the 26, Hunter Reynolds in the Reynolds Rap Machine. Hunter, congratulations, man.
Hey, KR, I appreciate it, man. I'm kind of glad I got some time to kind of get my heart rate down and everything else. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have been able to formulate words. But
Well, words can't really describe what goes into an entire championship win. A lot of effort, a lot of time spent practicing behind the wheel, and here you are atop of everything for season 6.
yes, sir. I mean, just this whole season running with the guys at FSR and having to make it through the chase and everything else. It's awesome to be back here winning the championship. I really can't thank everyone enough who's helping me out there tonight. Um, the list of names. I'm trying to remember some more so I can go through them later in this interview. But yeah, thanks to all those guys, all the guys at FSR. It was an amazing night. We had to work hard against Alliance Motorsports. Rick and Logan and Mark Mann, James Mayer, all them guys. Holloway, got a good squad right there. We knew we had to show up tonight, and I'm just glad we were able to get it done and park it in victory lane.
I tell you what, you picked a good time to wear that Reynolds wrap machine tonight, though, too. So, good job on picking that paint scheme for tonight.
Oh, for sure, yeah. I want to thank Will Weber for the paint scheme. I have yet to message him actually, but yeah, he does a great job painting these things. I love this car. It looks amazing.
Well, speaking of Reynolds wrap, after lap 8, that thing looked like it was a crumbled up piece of aluminum foil from the back of the refrigerator there. Talk us through, after that first wreck there, having to consider using the quick repair, dropping way back at the end of stage 1. What was going through your mind there? Did it even feel like you were racing for a championship anymore?
I'm not gonna lie. That wreck was. I mean, it was on me. I thought it was clear of Logan, and came down, wasn't clear. I managed to save the car. Others didn't. Logan had to take his quick repair, I'm sure. And I feel bad for him and everybody else that got involved in that. But yeah, I was disappointed, to be honest with you. I disappointed in myself. I hate causing wrecks like that, especially on a championship night. And so I just rode in the back till about lap 50, kind of gathered it up, and put together a good finish here with everybody else.
Well, Hunter, this 26 machine picks up a championship ring here tonight. Season 6 champion, 22 races, a long time here, the longest season that OP has had to date. Tell us how, as a driver, you have to stay on top of it mentally.
Oh yeah, for sure. This season has felt really long. I just noticed that you point that out, but it's tough. You go through qualifying like you normally do, or not qualify in some cases, but lined up on the grid, got the nerves going. First couple laps, kind of gets it shaken out. Normally, in my case, I was feeling bad about myself and everyone else, but yeah. I mean, you just gotta gather it up, and we were going through the race, the stages we were kind of hanging back with the Alliance guys, and just wanted to save the car, made sure nobody wrecked around us and caused any more trouble. So, but then right before the last 2 pit stops, you could kind of feel the tension brewing. They were getting all their teammates lined up. We were lining up all of our teammates, and you had to be ready for it. And when the time came, we just had to execute. Fortunately, got it done with some luck here too. And you just got to keep your head around it no matter what happens.
All right, man. Well, season 6 champion, final time, final thank you, shout outs, whatever you need to say, whatever you need to get off your chest here for this long 22 race season.
Oh, for sure. I like to thank all my teammates at FSR, Josh Milam, Ernie Williams, Dustin Barber, and my dad. All of them guys for helping me out tonight throughout the whole season. Fortunately, Ernie came up a little short, but I knew he was there with me. I was there with him. I'd like to thank Derek and Duvendek, Empire Motorsports. They were with us tonight. And I'd like to thank Mark Vega for pushing me there to the end. Couldn't have done those last couple laps without him, man. Vega, I can thank you so much. I'd like to thank everybody wishing me congratulations and everything else. You guys are amazing. And shout out to the Alliance Motorsports guys. Those guys are awesome, good racers. Put up a heck of a fight. and they'll be back next year for sure, guns blazing. So we got to stay on our game. And I'd like to thank you guys in the broadcast booth, KR, Fritchy, and Peter. You guys do an awesome job, Turn 3 Racing Network. And of course, I'd like to thank everybody watching out there, fans, family, and everybody else. We appreciate you guys.
All right, that is your season 6 champion getting it done here tonight. How about that race, gentlemen?
Yeah, that's definitely one way to finish it off, for season 6. I mean, this is action packed like it needed to be, and we ended up crowning another champion, and it was FSR again for the 3-peat. They have 3 championships underneath their belt. Looking forward to season 7, and I know there's been talks with some teams, so be ready for maybe a couple driver team swapping next year. KR, just heads up.
Well, I'll tell you what, this has been an exciting season. I look forward to season 7. And Zach, Peter, you both came in to help me bring it on home. I want to thank you both personally for an outstanding job. And Peter, outstanding work on keeping our graphic up to date on the championship running as they went. I know that was hard on you, but thank you so much for that. So, Peter, I'm going to give you the honor of your final thoughts and signing us off here.
What an incredible season. It came down to such a fantastic ending here, but I don't want this to overshadow literally all these guys, what they put into this every single Monday. Just the commitment, the what they had to putting it all on the line on the track, helping out their teammates, whatever practice is necessary, every strategy call, every single little thing. We can only cover so little bit of it in the booth here, but these drivers, they do so much. You could hear it in their voice in these interviews today, how much this season was. It was a grind. And Hunter Reynolds came out on top, but the other 30 drivers we've seen this season were giving it their all just as well. I can't wait to hopefully be a part of what they got going on here, because, man, they're super duper talented. I just want to see if what it's like to be a part of everything on the line. And congratulations to Hunter and FSR for bringing it home. They did a fantastic job.
All right, guys, thank you very much for joining me. Zach, Peter, words can't describe how enjoyable it has been to have you in the booth with me. And Zach, outstanding job in the booth. Put you on the spot several times, and you always come through. Peter, working so hard to get things ready for me. I abandoned you at the last minute, being selfish. So, guys, thank you so much for joining me. To all the fans, thank you so much for sticking around for a 22 race season. I did miss one of those. I don't remember what it was. I think it was a bad storm, knocked my power out, something like that. But man, what a season we've had. Congratulations to our championship 4 drivers making it here tonight. Congratulations to all 37 drivers who contested a race in this season, and I look forward to calling Zach and Peter's races in season 7. You guys go get it, go get some wins, get back up here in the booth with me, and I look forward to our next season firing up in about 3 weeks, 4 weeks, somewhere in there. We're going to have some feeder races going on and get some more high quality talent, and I'm going to stay behind the microphone because I
you're the best.
Don't meet that high quality talent threshold. Man.
Yes, we thank you, KR. I mean, you're here every week. You're determined every week, so we really appreciate you being up here in the booth calling each race each week. So we really appreciate you too, KR.
All right. Thank you so much, everyone. Season 6 done and in the books. Congratulations to Hunter Reynolds for bringing it home here tonight. Until next time, guys, thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you in a couple weeks as we fire off season 7. So until then, I'm going to leave you with the OP Racing hits and misses.
Warning, the following stunts are performed by idiots or under the supervision of stupider idiots. If you attempt to reenact any of these idiotic stunts you will see, you will be left with idiotic scars. Enjoy.
Hi, I'm Alex Green. Welcome to OP Racing.